if I was Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
And you ain't never got to box.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes. Got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it. This channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose, and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do Boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Just Do Boxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Just Do Boxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Just Do Boxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Just Do Boxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely biased when I talk about boxing. So
as always, we got to shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my brother Just Do. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to Just, man. Just doing a hell of a job over there. Had a great interview today. The brother, and I say it respectfully, one of the most non-biased individuals that I've ever heard speak on the sport of boxing. And I got a lot of love and respect for my brother Just, man. And right now, we're going to give him his Just Due. Shout out to my brother Just Do, man. Much love.
What's up, y'all? I ain't even add myself to the stream. How y'all feeling? What's going on, family? On this good Wednesday, we back to build on this boxing and laugh a little bit, you know, cry a little bit for the people that like to cry. You know, ain't nothing wrong with crying. How y'all feeling today, man? I'm in a little bit of a silly mood, you know. Glad I got to change my mood before I got here, man. How y'all feeling today, though, man? It's rainy. It's a rainy Wednesday. We're going to build on this boxing. Give it his just due. We're going to talk about the latest. I heard somebody called Teofimo. They call him Teofimo Lopez. We're going to talk about him and how to mess up a career in real time, because that's what he doing. But let me say what's up to the family. Where we at? I know we getting closer to 1 million every day. Mike Mazak, my guy. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling? CJ, what it do? Aisha, peace to the queen. How you feeling today? Always good to see you in the building, man. Much love, much appreciation to the queen. Jamel, what it do, homie? What's good? 2 cents in the building. What it do, man? Shout out to everybody. I gotta get my guy right, man. Teach, what it do? Dank in the building. What's good, man? How y'all feeling? Cash Sports, the box story in here. Joe Quinn, what's good, fam? How you feeling, man? Just want to send you a DM. What's the best way? Oh, DM Jusdu_boxing. CJ, you could DM me, man. Any of y'all going to reach out? Y'all got social medias, or you know, I prefer social media because I don't really be checking my email like that. But either way, email, social media, CJ, you could definitely reach out, bro. Boots refused. Next choice is Haney. Turkey wants to make the fight. YTO refused. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about it. You know, I'm gonna get a copyright on this one, but I don't care. T.O. is an idiot, man. I'm telling you, bro. That dude, every time he take a step forward, he take a step back. Every time, every single time. Nah, no doubt, bro. You can always reach out, man. We building over here. We building a boxing family over here. So anytime y'all need to reach out, y'all know, feel free, man. I'm your neighborhood content creator, y'all. You know, and I respond to the people that reach out to me. So we gonna get to this. Malik K was good with it. He just couldn't wait. Malik Emmanuel was good, bro. Shout out to Behind the Hands TV, my brother. Says Shakur's sparring partner beats a payday, in my opinion. Damn. I know you over there watching that gold, man. I'm gonna call you later, man. I know you're getting some good action. Shout out to Cortel. Hey, bro, tell Core to lock in, man. We got asses to beat July 12th, man. And big shout out to the Queen Aisha coming in early before we even started the stream with the cash app, with the 20 piece. Always showing love, holding me down in the chat. Much love to the Queen Aisha, man.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to the Queen, man. Day one supporter, man. I appreciate you, Aisha. Much love. Money Brown, my guy, was good with it, bro. Tio ain't knocking no one out no more. Nah, yeah, but we gonna get to this though. Look, y'all know me. I'm always rooting for these dudes, but you know that ain't enough, man. They gotta want it for themselves. And in Tio's shoes, he just came off of, I don't care what you say, it's a good win. He beat an undefeated guy that was on his, is on his bumper for years. He made a lot of people feel like he was scared to fight him. And we all knew that the real ones knew that wasn't the case. He just saved that, like my bro said, he saved the easy work for last. You know what I mean? And all due respect to Barboza, but he just didn't have it. Not enough athleticism, not enough creativity, not enough speed. Just not enough, you know what I mean, for Tio at all. And that was very evident with how the fight played out. It wasn't really close to me. You know what I mean? He had some moments, but that's about it. Tio neutralized him, pretty much beat him handily, comfortably. You know what I mean? He played in there. He was doing a lot of showboat and he was having fun. But, instead of building off this win and trying to lock down the 40-pound division, he wanted to go on his racist rant. And I feel like now we seeing these little outbursts, these little rants that he's going on, that he feel like, he can't, he feel like he can't be touched. Obviously, if you're going to behave like this, like think about this. If you're willing to upset entire culture of people, that's how I'm going to say it, the culture, if you willing to upset the culture, knowing we run this shit, man, you just asking to fail. You asking to fail. The man was blessed with gifts that a lot of athletes wish they had. And instead of just appreciating that, instead of just, I don't know, be a damn role model or something, dude. Be a role model. But you can't be one because your mouth won't allow that to align. You can't get out your own way. I mean, the moves that you make are stupid. Instead of just being the man that you can be, potentially, if you just allow yourself to just be great, you won't do it. So you run around, YouTube and not even YouTube. You run around these social media streets, and every time a camera get in front of you, and you say the most disrespectful shit that comes to your mind, and then you try to justify it, and then you got your silly ass dad that just ain't no better. It's like the blind leading the blind, like I said before. But it seemed like all of this, all of these rants, all of this tension that he got built up. Remember, this was the same dude that said y'all could keep the black fighters. This the same dude. When I say he's an idiot, bro, how to ruin your career in real time, Teofimo is the prime example of how to do that. I'm telling you. I mean, he got to be a silly guy. You mean to tell me, dude, you in a position where you could potentially challenge guys at 47. If that don't work out, you could stay right where you at 140 and be great there. But instead, you want to get in your own way, and you want to put the bullseye on you for all the wrong reasons. And now, you know what I mean, it's coming back to haunt you, because you had the sanctioning bodies, you know what I'm saying, the president of WBO making it clear that the next time you even decide to open your mouth in any way that's racial, they going proceed. And he's been kind of quiet since then, but I think the damage is done. So you got to think, this kid had an opportunity to train with Eddie Reynoso and Canelo. I don't care what you say. That could only be a benefit to you if you use it the right way. But because of how you're behaving, Canelo and company got your ass up out of camp too. He got rid of you and Ryan. Canelo he washed his hands with both of y'all idiots. So instead of being great, like, you got an opportunity to train with one of the most decorated fighters in boxing today, active fighters, and you ruined it because of your behavior. You get what I'm saying? Jordan, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? And then you went a step further, and now it done hit Turkey, and your trolling has reached new heights. You called this man a dictator. You was in a video calling this dude Turki Alashikh. Like, yo, Teofimo is crazy, yo. Said according to TL Boxing is BET. I'm telling you, that's what he called it, bro. Yeah, he jealous. He is jealous, man. Richard Paris was good. He said liquor. Look at that. You get me? Hey, bro, you got people still in the comments like he said liquor. He said liquor. Like, nah. No. Nah, they on your helmet, bro. They on your ass, and you call Turki Alashikh a dictator. Like, this dude is disrespectful. He's disrespectful, fam. I'm trying to tell you, this kid is something different, bro. He a different dude, bro. Like, look, yo. My bad, y'all. My bad. Yo, this idiot tagged Turki Alashikh, the same guy that he just fought for. He just paid you. You just got paid. From what I understand, if those numbers was right, yo, you just got paid to fight Arnold Barboza, right? So that was Turki Alashikh doing. Remember, did you forget about Times Square? People was just praising you for having the best performance. Then you do this. You tag that man and you called him dictator. Like, you spelt. Yo, he's an idiot. Yo, he's a fool, man. Why would you tag this man? Why would you tag him? You got all of these people on X, on social media, and you just thought it was cool to tag this man and just call him a dictator. Like, and then he tried to say he was just playing. Like, Turkey, you got to learn how to have fun. You gotta laugh. He said Turki Alashikh. I'm like, yo. Yo, wildin', yo. I'm not gonna lie, yo. The silly person in me is, some of this is a little funny because he don't get it, yo. He messing up in real time, yo. Turki Alashikh is the guy that got the bag, bro. You're ruining your opportunities because of your behavior. You playing the wrong kind of games. I think you can play, but you playing games that nobody wants to play. You the only one playing these type of games right now. Even Ryan Garcia, for as like unpredictable as he could be, right? He even chilled. You know what I'm saying? He went out there, took his beating by Rolly like a man. He done simmered down. He in the corner. He probably still in that van crying somewhere. But you out here playing the wrong games, bro. You pissing off not only the culture, the people that would support you, that would pay for your fights, that would support you just being a great boxer, right? You pissing those people off, and then you pissing off a guy that could potentially be signing checks, that just signed one of your checks. You out here calling this man a dictator after he just put you in position. Yo, you wild, bro. Yo. And then on top of this, y'all, how is he going to... So y'all telling me, just if it's anybody in here that believed he really want to fight Boots, do you now believe that? How do you want to fight people when the guy that would be putting on the fight, you're intentionally pissing him off and being disrespectful to him now, but you want to fight though? Man, get the hell out of here. I told y'all, man, this dude, respect to him because he's a phenomenal fighter when he focuses, and we all know that. But he's an idiot. And he don't really want the fights that he say he want. Nobody that moves this way actually wants these fights, man. You got a hard time making me believe that. So you feel like at a time of your options are Devin Haney, Boots, Ennis, or stay at 140 and be great there, and you telling me you go the fights that you want, you're gonna burn that bridge for no reason at all. This man woke up and just chose violence for no reason, just got on Twitter, called this man the dictator. Is wild, bro. Man, and then the way he spelt it is even crazier. He put it in all caps. This dude is dumb. He's an idiot, man. I swear. Yo, and his dad can't help him because he's stupid too, man. Jesus, man, this guy, bro. I wanted so much to like Teofimo, because if you really like boxing, you feel like what he do, like it could be entertaining and exciting, right? And he really can flat out go when he just locked in on the task at hand, when he just focused in on boxing and producing, right? He's a hell of a talent, but this ain't it, man. This how to ruin your career in 2 point, you know what I mean? 2 minutes flat, bro. Like, this is how you do it, Tio. You doing a hell of a job, bro. To keep it up. Keep it up, Tio. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, man. He said Tio's a dumbass. Bite that and that feeds you. Yo, and the guy that could be providing you with the opportunities, the best opportunities for you. 2 of the best. Like, if you got a Boots fight, that would be great for you. But it's Boots ain't Boots ain't entertaining your BS. And I'm rocking with Boots. And he ain't got time to be playing with you. You get what I'm saying? But then you have this Devin Haney situation on the other side, right? That I'm hearing that they verbally agreed on for August 16th. But now that all of that stuff might be in shambles because he's claiming that, you know, he just got fired. That's because he want to play stupid. I just got fired, guys. #boxing. However, before things get better, bad things must happen first. #resurrection, yo. This man don't take nothing serious, y'all. He always playing, yo. Ain't nobody playing but Tio right now, bro. This shit is amazing, bro. He's stone cold idiot, man. Stone cold idiot. Shout out
And we
to
ain't
Big
never
Dog
got to
Willie,
box
man.
again.
Right.
Well. I already been getting these bet, but now
that's
it's time for you to
yeah.
get your just do.
This dude he amazing, man. He amazing. This right here is gonna send back. Technique was good with it. The Butcher was good, fam. How y'all feeling? The dictator's ignorance for calling him a dick and a dictator all in one, bro. All in one. And look, he's still playing. He get on there like, yo, I just got fired, guys. Yeah, like I gotta play the video. Got some music in it, so they're gonna hit me with a copyright, but I'm gonna edit it out. But I gotta play. I gotta show y'all how ignorant this guy is, yo. He don't stop at no limits. He just a fool. GM was good with it. So Teo can call Bud a monkey, but can't call Turkey a dictator. Nah, he can't do neither. No. Let's be clear. He definitely can't call Bud or anybody no monkey. That's we're gonna make that very clear. I don't give a damn that he called Turkey a dictator at all. I'm laughing at it because he should care. Never mind how we feel. I don't feel offended for Turkey. I don't care. But I'm just saying he's an idiot because this is a guy that you got to work with. This is a guy that you just worked with that got you paid. You would think that you would be on your best behavior. You get what I'm saying? Z, what it do, homie? You should be on your best behavior. But you out here, you get what I'm saying? You want to disrespect, you want to bite the hand that's essentially going to feed your goofy ass. You get what I'm saying? Seem like Bob Arum ready to wash his hands with his ass. He don't even care. He don't even worry about T.O. He just let T.O. do his own thing. Bob ain't been getting in the way lately. He just letting him go out there and go, man. He just letting T.O. do T.O. And he digging a ditch, bro. And all I'm saying is I think it'd be wise for him to tread carefully. Turkey draws the line of disrespect towards him. Oh, nah. I don't know Turkey, see, but I don't think Turkey tripping though, because he ain't really go in. He made a response that you got to translate, and he said something to the effect, something about growth and certain things don't deserve a response at all. Something like that. That's what Turkey said. He ain't really say too much, right? But I think it's different when it's you, right? It's always different when it's you, right? When the gun pointed towards you, so it's a little bit different. So I think maybe that's how Turkey looking at it. And that's direct disrespect because you taking time out your day to tag them on a very public, social media website, right? A social media forum, whatever you want to call it. And you tagging them and being disrespectful intentionally for no reason, right? Like you almost asking for it. Like you not bigger than the opportunities that he could provide you with. And that's what he need to know. So I think by him, whatever he means by getting fired, like I guess he mean he ain't working with him. So if that is the case, then he just ruined a couple of his opportunities. I'm trying to tell y'all. If he had any thoughts of fighting anybody at 47 through Turkey, that might be over with. This whole verbally agreeing to fight Devin Haney for the August 16th situation. Shout out to LWBoxing. That could be in jeopardy. You get what I'm saying? So, like, as a fight fan, as a boxing fan, I don't know why he continues to get in his way like this. I get it. He's silly and he don't know no better. But damn, bro, like at some point you gotta smarten up. And this is not good business. That's what I'm saying for T.O., right? You don't play like this. You know what I mean? And this one thing. And look, he responded to the racism stuff too. He had something to say about that. You get what I'm saying? And it's kind of like they still were willing to work with you, but then you want to go a step further and you want to disrespect the same guy that's trying to give you opportunities to be great. So it doesn't make a lot of sense. It's kind of like burning bridges unnecessarily and making a fool out of yourself. You boxing yourself in a corner when you don't even need to be doing that. You get what I'm saying? It's things in boxing is changing. You might want to like tread carefully. You get what I'm saying? A guy like you, who knows where your next opportunity gonna come, right? With the way he moves is what I'm saying. So I just don't think this is smart. I think this is bad business from T.O. I think his lack of understanding is gonna put him in a bad situation. Right? I would like to just see him succeed as a damn talented fighter, but he obviously don't care nothing for that. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, and he when you are intentional about it, like when you make it your business to be disrespectful, it's like, bro, what? Mike Smith was good with it too. And never get a superstar payday, big money fight. That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm going with it, Mike. That's where I'm going with it, bro. At the end of the day, he's not gonna get no opportunities this way, bro. For y'all, he been racing, still got the bag. I don't know about that, man. I don't know if he can still get that. Not if he fired, bro. Not if the guy that was going to provide you that opportunity is not on board no more. I doubt it happens. I doubt if he fight, the chances of him fighting Boots or a Haney without Turkey is slim to none, in my opinion. What about y'all? What say y'all? Y'all think somebody else would put that fight on? Y'all think somebody else would be pushing for the fight between them? I don't think so, bro. You don't hear Bob Arum talking about let's do Teofimo and Devin Haney. You don't hear Bob Arum talking about let's do Teofimo and Jaron Ennis. You don't hear it. You hear Turki Alashikh talking about, a Devin Haney or Boots and Timalifu, and now Timalifu and Devin Haney, right? That's the guy. So that's what I'm saying. Like, why shit on that guy just for no reason at all? Why wake up and just choose violence and just choose to go at him and think he's supposed to reward you with a payday? He would have to be a damn fool. He have to be a damn fool to just say, you know what? Yeah, man, I'm a rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, he gotta be held accountable. And maybe this is the first sign of it. What did we say before, man? The best way to affect somebody is hit them in their pockets, right? All right. So if he start getting opportunities taken off the table for him for being this way, he gonna have to fall back. He gonna have to straighten up and fly a little straight. Or he gonna be very insignificant. He gonna be a very talented but insignificant player in the sport of boxing. That's all I'm saying. He's not allowing himself to just be talented and just do that. That's the frustrating part. You get what I'm saying? So how much do you really want to boost in this fight? How much do you really want a Devin Haney fight? How much do you really want to be the takeover if you moving like this, bro? Because you constantly making moves that's moving you away from what you claim you want. So I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. E-Man was good with it, fam. He got paid for the Barboza fight. He was racing before that. Yeah, he was. But again, man, it's now he got a track record, bro. He got sanctioning bodies coming out making statements, bro. Like it's looking like people are starting to really get tired of him. So I'm not justifying nothing he did, but y'all know in boxing, man, you could get away with some shit. This ain't like any other sport where you just get canceled and that's it. Like boxing, he's surviving like a roach at this point. But with him not being the biggest ticket seller, not being the biggest money maker, and burning bridges, possibly being difficult to work with, he's gonna put himself in a very odd space where we got a ton of talent, accomplishments, and just insignificant career because every time it's time for him to take steps forward, he take multiple steps back with something that he do or say out his mouth. So at the end of the day, man, at some point, somebody got to start. Boxing got to start holding this kid accountable, bro. Boxing got to start holding this young man accountable. That's where I'm at. I just want to support the sport, enjoy it, and this dude make it hard to do that with the ignorance, man. He got the light, and he ain't doing the right shit with it. You get what I'm saying? That's the part that's pissing me off. So again, if Turki is moving, removing opportunities off the table for him, then that's what he deserved because he need to. At some point, you got to be held accountable. I think this is the best way to do it. So if this is how you want to behave, if you want to act like you're bigger than the sport, if you want to act like your talent supersedes the opportunity and the powers that be, right? He moving like he bigger than the sport. That can't be the case. So at some point, somebody got to make a stand and say, you know what? I ain't going for it. And if it's Turki, just so be it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, somebody got to do something. This dude shouldn't be allowed to maneuver around like this. He shouldn't be allowed to be racist anytime he feel like it. He shouldn't be allowed to. He shouldn't be allowed to piss off old culture and then ask for people's support. Shouldn't be allowed to talk about keeping the black fighters while disrespecting the whole race. Like he shouldn't be allowed to do this shit, but he can. But it should be repercussions to it. It should be consequences to his actions. You get what I'm saying? Got to be incentives for this kid not to move that way. That's what I'm saying. And I feel like this could be the start of it. And y'all know I'm an advocate for guys getting their opportunities and getting their just due, but he moving wrong. He moving wrong. This shit is foul. That's where I'm at with it. So I ain't rocking with it. I don't care about what he said to Turki, but I'm just kind of glad to see that people might be waking up a little bit when it comes to you. I don't know. It's still early and it's boxing. Anything can happen, but I hope this is the sign of him being held accountable. That's all I'm saying. That's what I get out of it. Then maybe that would be his incentive to fly straight from here on out and just be a damn phenomenal boxer that you capable of being if you just shut up a little bit more. That's all. Shout out to the homie Big Dog Willie back in the super chat. He said only fighter in history I can call Turki a dictator and get away with is Muhammad Ali. And Ali would never be that disrespectful. Crazy word. I get what I'm saying, bro. He unnecessary. That's my thing. Like the stuff he do is unwarranted. Like nobody. Get what I'm saying? There's no cause or no rhyme or reason for it. He just wake up one day and I get it. He can feel the way he feel, but this is bad business, Tio. You know this is bad business. You know that. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. He know this is bad business. That's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, who wouldn't want to see? I wouldn't mind seeing Boots put belt to his ass. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I just posted the other day on Twitter, unpopular opinion. Devin Haney beats Teofimo, and I still feel like that. I wouldn't mind seeing Devin Haney get the crack at him and to beat him, right? I wouldn't mind. You get what I'm saying? But at the same token, if he gonna move like this, them opportunities become less likely. You get what I'm saying? So, and that's why I question all the time, do he really want the fights that he say he want? Because every time he's in position to do so, right? Just think about something. Okay, if you can't get the Boots fight, all right, you could at least say you tried. Boots just that he wasn't interested in fighting, right? For his obvious reasons, which we know what they are. Then you can look over at Devin Haney. You can say, look at the history there. Like, you have options. That shit got to be frustrating for boxing fans. Like a kid like this, with talent like this, with opportunities like this, with options like this, and he rather just piss it away, being stupid. That's shit got to annoy you a little bit. Tell you what's good with it, but change his name. I remember he said Boots was ducking Norman. Mike Ron, what it do, homie? How you feeling? You say he not that good. Nah, he ain't. You get me. We don't mind saying it, but we want to see undisputed Boots. Tio don't bring nothing. Yeah, so look, I'm with that, Tay. So that's why I said I support what Boots is on. Boots like, man, I ain't thinking about that dude. He ain't. That's not what I want to do. So leave him down there at 140, playing around with them little fighters, man. Playing around with them little guys, them smaller guys. Should I say that? Say it that way. You know what I'm saying? Boots ain't trying to play with him. He ain't trying to waste time with no damn Teofimo because I'll move him closer to his goal, right? So I'm with that. But I wouldn't mind the Devin Haney situation. I mean, people keep saying Haney done. That's a perfect way to prove it. Tio just coming off of one of his better wins in his career over Arnold Barboza. Why not? You get me? Why not? I ain't going to get the fight. If the boy races with his dad, chilling at bars with Bill Haney, your fans being played. I don't know, man. Teal's a good look on his resume. Teal would be a good look on Boots' resume in terms of like names, but I feel like his ultimate goal supersedes that name, right? For him, so it seems, right? He don't feel like, I guess, the sacrifice is worth it because he'll literally be sacrificing and putting pause on his immediate plans to go entertain and fight with a smaller guy that we know soon as he beat him up, they're going to say, well, you were supposed to do that. Tio ain't about to fool me. You don't really want that Boots fight. That's why you caring about with this Turkey shit. You just try. It's like you trying to ruin opportunities while saying you want them. You get what I'm saying? Boots is a safe bet. Yo, Boots actually say, yeah, I want to fight. Then I go up there and get my ass beat by him. I wasn't supposed to beat him anyway. But if I do beat him, man, it's one of the weird fights, man. And I think Boots possibly could look at it like that and probably don't want to, man. Ain't got time to be playing with no Tio. Shout out to Boots, man. But look, Haney get that fight, and I love to see it. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see it. Tiger and Polanco beat Tio at 47. Hey, man. Hey, you probably right. 2 cents. Shout out to my guy, Judah Vision, in the cash out. He said for grinding. Shout out to my dog. Appreciate you, bro.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my bro Judah Vision in the cash app, man. Much love, bro. Yeah, man. Tiger and Polanco give his ass hell. You know what I'm saying? But you might listen. The Butcher, you could be right, bro. You could be right. Maybe they are cool behind the scenes. But look, to your point, I'll play something real quick because they did have a little brief conversation. We're gonna get to this. Y'all hit that like button. Let's go. Let's get to this, man. Let me play this. These two dudes did talk.
But the fight that they want to see, what me and Punch, what everybody is waiting to see is
I love you, Bill. You fucking good.
Devin Haney.
You fucking good. Listen, I already told you if the
Lopez
doesn't happen,
Haney.
you guys are next, bro. That's all I got.
No. Next don't work for us. We want now. No, when we talk about Teofimo being the opposite of what Devin is, when we talk about the fathers being special, but being the opposite of each other, you know, but having similarities that we didn't made it to the top of a stacked division and nobody is trying to see his son but Devin. I hope that nobody's trying to, I hope that I'm on here and I'm saying the right thing, that Teo is trying to see Devin. You know,
of course.
But the thing about it is when
Samuel, what you do, homie?
we talking about now, baby. You know what I mean? We sitting around this motherfucker waiting. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody else that we even look at that we want to showcase our shit on. But
we have.
Listen, I know y'all short on class.
Man, talk that talk, Bill.
So guess what? Ain't no telling what you might say out your mouth tonight.
Oh my God, I'm fucking jealous right now, bro.
Finally, you told the truth tonight, motherfucker. You are jealous. You get what I'm saying? You motherfucker. Let me
give you $300.
You are jealous.
Hey,
and I'm gonna tell you what. And I'm gonna tell you what. If I get to walking around this motherfucking mansion and we should lose this connection, then I know that's gonna make you even more jealous, motherfucker.
I already know. Everybody told me you was a man here in Vegas.
Talk
bro.
that shit,
Let me tell you. But let me tell you here. You know, I used to be the man, but let me tell you who the real motherfucker is.
Boots are hurt Teo, man.
Who the real man is? Hold on.
Boots are hurt him.
Let me walk through here. I don't want to lose no connection.
Get his ass.
Bill, try to turn your phone. Try to turn your phone the other way. Nah, the other way. There you go. There you go. There you go.
I gotta see this.
There you go.
Who you got in there? You got Floyd?
Bill said,
nice
I know I keep
man.
walking around this mansion and I lose connection. I know that's really gonna piss you off.
Yeah, but
he's
let me tell you something, bro. You enhance the fucking body weight.
Done on him.
You enhanced everything, bro.
He's watching Punch Run Boxing live.
Is that Devin over there? Is that Devin over there?
No.
Yeah.
Bill showing
off. Listen.
You're blessed, bro. You're blessed. You're blessed.
Hold on. Wait.
Because you were your son. You're blessed.
Hold on. Can you come? See? Listen, you need to get flagged for all the blasphemy that you've been kicking tonight.
I need a break
for all the blasphemy you've been kicking tonight.
Yo, what I said? What I said, Bill?
I told him they're short on class.
You know what? I like Bill with his real
short on class and they're short on cash, so it ain't no telling what you might hear off they ass.
Bill,
you dig what I'm saying?
Go get your robe, bro. I like you with your robe on. You look more gangster.
Hey, listen. I bet you do want to get some work out of me in the late night when I got my robe on, but you will not get that work out of me tonight. Listen, you will only get before 12 p.m. No more after 12 for you.
I think the robe goes on right now. Bill, it's 8:35. I think the robe goes on right now.
No. You get no more speeches in the robe because it's too much game for you.
That shit was nice, though.
Now, let me tell you this.
I fell in love with that robe, bro. I think it even had your initials on it,
You
right?
tell the truth. Me and my son's relationship is great and grand.
I love you guys, bro. I got nothing but love for you guys, bro. You know why? You know why? Because you're a father like me. We made it, bro. Oh, look at this motherfucker. God damn. I love you, bro. I love you, man.
Can you go over there and do that?
Wow. Jesus. And you're gonna be more happy.
They fans, Bill, put they ass. Hey, put Dab on, man.
So if you ever mention a need for money again to me,
man, they need to make that fight.
Never. I never said that.
They need to make the fight.
I never said that.
Listen, we're not hunting you down for money. We're not hunting you down for money.
For legacy.
Yeah, legacy. There you go.
Listen, let me tell you why we hunt you down. Because
you want the vote.
Listen, yes, you goddamn right.
Yeah, you really clowning them, Tay. He was clowning them, man. Look, I think you looking at it wrong, right? Check it out. Look at it this way. Wouldn't y'all love to see somebody shut his mouth? Like Dev, man, I'm telling you, he could be, he might be the one to do it. They like, look, man, they talking about that fight. You get me? Shout out to my dog J.A. Dixon, man, and the Cash App. Much love, Brody. Appreciate the support.
and we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my homie J.A., man. Appreciate you, homie. Yeah, man. He was sitting there, man. You get me? He's styling on him, Jay. I think you're looking at it wrong. Yeah, he's styling that. He want to beat. Nah, they want to kick his ass, bro, for all the disrespect, man. Dev already tagged him. Remember, he tagged Turki Alashikh. He said he tired of T-Ho racist comments, man. Yo, what's up? I respect that. I do. Because you get me? It's at a time. It's at a time, bro. It's at a time where people ain't feeling him. They booing Dev, but for the wrong reasons. He beat T.O. up. People ain't nobody feeling T.O. The person to beat T.O. is going to win over some fans. I'm standing on that. I'm telling you. The next person to beat him is going to win some fans. It's going to have extra fans. Deep for the win. What's good, homie? How you feeling? You get me, Tay? I'm telling you, looking at it wrong. It's never going to be real beef, right? It's never going to be that. So even with all the rants, they don't respect that stuff, but they'll still get up there and entertain because that's part of his job. Bill know what he's doing, but he just kind of used that time to stun on him and tell him like, yo, what's up? You talking about, we talking about now. You talking about next. We want to fight now. What's up? We talking about fighting now. And we know that it's truth to that because there was a verbal agreement with them. You get what I'm saying? So, ain't nothing signed though. So listen, I'm not against this fight, bro. A lot of people counting Dev out. I think he could beat T.O. I really do. Think he can look better than he did the last time because he got to. He ain't going to have no choice, but I think he could beat that dude. Prize Fighter TV. What's good, homie? How you feeling? Was Tank could talk to Shakur team like that. Hey, man, me too. Kingston, I love to see it. I love to see them interact with each other. I love to see it. Just know, Kingston, Shakur open to that, man, because I like that. I like when the fighters get to talk. I feel like this stuff could get done that way when you trim out the fat. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even got to be live with it. They can go do it on their own behind closed doors. But I feel like that's the key to these fights happening that we want to see the most is that line of communication got to be clear. It got to be established. It got to be clear. You get what I'm saying? If that's not the case, then it's going to be really tough for people to go outside of their plans to make some of these fights. I'm telling you, we just gonna be talking about them every year and they're gonna be passing us by. Too much money involved, Bill. Now stupid. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Exactly. Like it's money involved. So and you got to think of the space that they're in, right? They're on they're trying to get all the way back on stable ground, right? So they could use Teofimo Lopez to potentially do that. That'll propel them to the next level if they go out there and beat him. You know what I'm saying? People have had to stop talking about that Ryan shit. Ryan got beat up in his last fight. Devin Haney won his last fight. If he can build off that win from Ramirez with a win over Teofimo, that'll look really good on his resume, y'all. I think it will. I think it'll look really good on the resume. It'd be a really good name. It got a lot of history there. I think people would watch the fight. Because a lot of people will probably be counting Dev out, and we seen it. We seen it too many times, man. I'm telling you, seen it too many times, man. I think he got what T.O. don't like, and I'm gonna keep saying it until T.O. show me otherwise. I don't think Devin Haney would be an easy fight for that man at all, and I think he know that. I think he know it. I think his dad know it. You notice through all of that, the little like trolling that they was doing, if you want to call it that. Bill did ask the question. Nah, what you talking about? You keep talking about next. We talking about now. What's up? What's up with this fight? He's saying it right to him. He keep, we love you, Bill. We love you, man. Bro, where's the road? I love that road, man. Man, bro, the hell with all that. What's up with the fight? So don't act like he ain't asked you about the fight. You doing everything. He talking about everything else. We talking about the fight. Y'all need to fight. Y'all need to fight. And I think it'd be a great time for the fight to happen while Devin Haney still got questions to answer. What better way to answer it against somebody like T.O.? Guy that been ranting and raving and ain't nobody feeling him, man. You go out there and beat him, man. A lot more people have to rock with you because of that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to. Good thing is Shakur the end of the year. I hope so, Tay. I hope so. Devin Haney isn't an easy fight for any 47-pounders. Nah, especially a guy that don't like boxers, pure boxers. Devin need to get Ryan back. Nah, Ryan need to go rebuild. He done got beat up. Ryan done got beat up by Rolly. His hand hurt. All that. Shout out to Von D Game. His hand hurt Rolly. I mean, Ryan out of commission for a while. Devin Haney's still trying to continue doing what he doing. He ain't got time to be waiting. That Ryan Garcia fight will still be there. And if we being perfectly honest, it lost some steam after watching Ryan Garcia lose. You know what I'm saying? So, nah, hell no. Let him go heal his right hand up or whatever the hell his problem is, right? Because he got an injured hand. And he need to go ahead. Yeah, hell yeah, Jay. Nah, we ain't. Nah. See how I slipped that in there? We ain't like it's me, but nah, they ain't. Team Haney don't need to wait on Ryan. Ryan is more than likely gonna have to rehab that injured right hand. And in the meantime, you got a guy like Devin that still want to stay active, right? He just took a year off. He ain't trying to take no more time off. Y'all got him effed up, young and trying to get all the way back where he need to be at. And he know, and I think he know that if he can beat Teofimo, that's a way to do it. And you can't say he bluffing. I just need people to be clear about something. You can't say Devin Haney bluffing and don't want to fight. He tagging a man, and his conversation about it is a verbal agreement. Can't say he don't want it. The ball is really in Teofimo court, man. What the Lopez is going to do, because Boots ain't playing with y'all. He ain't got time to be playing with you. Boots pretty much, from what I understand, is like, I ain't got time to be playing with no 40-pounder, bro. Go play with them down there, bro. I'm up here trying to be undisputed and shit. You know what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? So in the meantime, man, that fight need to happen. What other fight Teo gonna make? What other fight besides the ones that's not gonna happen? That's it, man. He really need to consider that. And if Devin Haney is so finished and done, then Teofimo, you should have no problem beating him. That'll probably be the most money fight, the biggest money fight for you right now, because it'll be going through Turkey. But again, we might have to press pause on all that because this dude got fired, remember? And I'm about to play the video and show y'all what he's supposed to have got fired for. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog, Ryan, man. Boxing Talk up north. How you feeling, homie? Fate was good, bro. Devin's realizing don't matter what you did before is what you do now. I'm telling you, hey, Fate, I rock with that. I believe it. You know what I'm saying? Rob, what it do, homie? How you feeling? Just got my band tickets. Man, shout out to you, Rob. Real fight guy right there. Austin 40 was good with it, fam. How you feeling? JJ in the building. Devin coming through with his list. Hey, look, I like it. I like it, bro. I respect this a lot. I respect this a lot. You know what I'm saying? And all Teofimo got to do is call his bluff. Call the Haney's bluff. And I don't think he can do that. I think they really want that fight, and I think the Lopezes know that. So that's going to show me what he really about, because what are you going to do? You can't stay stuck on stupid. You can't keep calling for Boots. If Boots don't want to fight you because you ain't in his plans, then you just got to leave that alone and shut up and leave. And y'all, everybody that's pushing Boots, ducking Teofimo is nasty. Y'all disgusting. Yo, that's nasty work, bro. Boots ducking Teofimo is crazy. That shit laughable, man. And I'm going to keep saying it hurt that dude. We always talking about how his weight class is for a reason. That dude look like a small 47-pounder. Man, Boots is a big 47-pounder. That shit won't be good for him. I don't know how he'll deal with that punching power up there. He don't have the punching power to stop the 140-pound guys that he's fighting now. Let's keep in mind how Sandor Martin made him look. Jermaine Ortiz made him look. You get what I'm trying to say? Now just imagine Boots Ennis on the other end of that. Look at the punches Steve Claggett was able to land consistently on Teo. What is Boots going to do to him? Boots going to punch his little ass through the ring. He better be glad. Boots not entertaining that shit right now, he doing him a favor. Nah, Jermaine wasn't running. He was boxing. That shit was boxing. He had a game plan. That's what I was able to see that early. Now, listen, it might not be the most aesthetically pleasing to the eye. You might not like it, because it's a lot of moving, but he had a game plan. He understood that Teo does not do well on the front foot, and that's what he made him do. He boxed him. That's what he didn't want. And anytime you got a guy frustrated talking about you running, you boxing his ass. I don't want to hear that shit. He was boxing him. Yeah, he did a lot of moving. Yeah, that was his game plan. Not to stand right in front of him and to make him come get him. And he know that that's not Teo's strong point. Show me the fight where he on his front foot the whole fight and he ain't struggling against somebody that actually can go. Shout out to Jermaine Ortiz. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. That shit ain't no damn running. That ain't no running. That's boxing, bro. That's boxing. And I'm telling you, you got to watch the fight to really have an assessment on it. He boxed him. That was intentional. It wasn't like he was scared of him. You're not going to tell me that. Look at the way he fought Loma as opposed to how he fought Teo. That shit is strategic. He took the fight to Loma. Loma's a smaller guy and probably wasn't going to expect him to be that physical with him. So that's what he did. And it did work in the first half of the fight. He slowed down and Loma was able to pick it up in the back half like he's known to do. But vice versa, getting in there with Teo, he switched it up. He came to box Teo. He wasn't going to just come forward. He mixed it up. Teo was confused. He was looking uncomfortable and he was frustrated, clearly, visibly. When you got a guy frustrated like that, that's because you're not letting him have his way. That's what you got to do to Teo. That's how you beat him. You frustrate him. Devin Haney is another guy. He won't allow Teofimo to have his way, and they know that. They know it. He got that long ass jab. I'm telling you, he'll be in for a fight. I stand on it. Top rank F Jermaine over. Yeah, man. He kept getting them raw dips. He don't get no easy outs, D, for the win. He don't get no easy outs, bro. I don't get no easy out. Reef, what it do? Said Canelo was fighting Southpaw against William Skull, was he? Canelo been around for a while, man. I ain't surprised that he can get it done. Yeah, but he won. That's a fact, Kingston. Yeah, and multiple injuries, sick, all that. So you can understand why that fight looked the way it did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Haynes come for you. I'm liking this. Fight Sport Talk. What it do, homie? Juan, what it do? Teal and Devin gonna be a terrible fight. No, I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. And you know what? You might be right. You could be right, Juan. But if it's terrible, that might be good for Haney. You know what I mean? That might be good for Haney. That means Teo ain't having his way. You might be right. Could be. Because, again, Devin Haney, in my opinion, ain't going to allow him to do what he want to do. And that's going to frustrate Teo. Devin Haney is the kind of fighter that can stick to a game plan, I believe, for 12 rounds and get it done. We just seen it. Whether you like the performance or not, he said, the hell with that. Hell, y'all could boo till y'all blue in the face. I'm coming to win tonight, baby. Dev said, hey, man, I got to win this one for the brand. We got to win this one for the last name. We got to win, bro. You know what I'm saying? This one for us. This one for the team, bro. We gotta go out there and win. That's what they did. You believe not, bro? They started at 112. Actually, it's crazy. Nah, actually. Straw weight, Tay. Lisa, peace to the queen. How you feeling today? Always good to see you. No, I think Devin will get frustrated. Shout out to you. Yeah, me too. I think so too, Z. I think he's gonna frustrate him. But see, now look, all he got to do is let his hands go more than what he was doing in a Ramirez fight, and I think he got this one in the bag. I think the continuous, consistent movement, controlling the distance and range, I think will create issues for Teo. I think that'll frustrate him. He'll get a little desperate on the front foot. I think he'll have to take chances that I think could lead to mistakes. Now, of course, Devin Haney gonna have to be better than he was against Ramirez for sure. Make no mistake, but I think he's capable of that. I don't have enough evidence to say that he can't return to form just yet, right? But I would respect the fact that even without him being all the way back, he ain't treating it like that. He's continuing his career as, as normal, right? And I think challenging a guy like Teofimo, that's definitely, look, you can say what you want about him. He at least is winning. He is coming off one of the bigger wins of his career, right? Not the biggest, but, it was a consistent performance from Teo. So he at least will be going into a Devin Haney fight, coming off a good win and a good, strong performance, right? Survivor, I'm not mad at him. JJ was good with it, man. Yeah, he's a survivor getting cheated, man, but he's still bouncing back, bro. I think it's still more to him. I think it's still a little more for Devin to show us. He just need to be he just gotta get past that mental block, man. I think he having a big block, bro. And if he can get past that, you know what I mean, and trust in the work that he's put in, trust in the offense and things like that, I think he'll be good, bro. I think he'll be good. Him and Trail Bill, man, they in it for the long haul, man. Fight Sport Talk, what it do, homie?
What is up, Just Do? Thanks for having me on, man. Salute to everyone. Shout out from New Zealand.
Shout out to New Zealand.
I was not expecting Teofimo to have a fallout with Turkey this early, man. I mean, it's not shocking because do you remember how quickly he and his dad started blaming Eddie Hearn for getting beaten up by Kambosos? Like, do you remember how crazy that was?
I remember.
So, I mean, he'll do this. Like, Teo and his dad will turn on anyone if they want to, but it's just like they won the fight. They looked good. They actually looked the best of all the fighters on the main card. It's like,
true.
I don't know where this has come from, but you could kind of see it coming with Teo because the guy's just erratic.
Yeah, he's just losing it, man. I just got tired, you guys. He's still playing about it, though. However, before things get better, bad things must happen first. # resurrection. Yo, he really an idiot. Yo.
Man, it's like Teo.
Serious, yo.
Like Teo, you beat Lomachenko. You managed to get a purse bid through for the Kambosos fight. You lost. You blamed Eddie. You went back to Top Rank. You pretty much got on your knees for Top Rank. Then you started falling out with him, like saying that Top Rank's not promoting me. They're only interested in black fighters and blah blah blah.
Right.
Then you get DAZN and you get Turkey. It's like, okay, now it's good. And then things go bad again. It's like I just can't believe with this guy. He's so talented, but it's like he will look for a way to fuck something up.
I'm telling you, that's why I came on the stream laughing. I'm like, yo, this dude really don't get it. It is like, damn, I would love to talk to him. I still would. Like, I ask him the shit that people want to be asked, but I would just want to be real with him. Like, do you realize the position that you in if you just move accordingly like a grown man, like responsibly, like it's a bright light shined on you, whether you understand this or not. You don't got to be the biggest star, but people know who you are. So we expect, something out of you, man. It's a standard that you that's set as a world champion, man. You can't just move any old kind of way. And you have to understand that. I'm not saying don't be you and don't have fun, but understand the difference between disrespect and fun. Because it's clearly like you trying to blur the lines between the two. So it's just things that he really need to know as a man. And I swear, man, if that dude would just chill, promote himself, like be silly, like I seen him doing videos. You seen him doing it recently, like with the liquor situation, but it's a little late for that because the damage done. So it's a little late on that, right? But that kind of stuff that's clean. Like you can play like that, but the other shit is never going to work. And you trying to mull over it or treat it like it didn't happen. You insult people's intelligence. You piss off a whole culture. Then you say you made ignorant comments in the past. Keep the black fighters. Then you got negative comments to say. Then it's like you say you want to fight them. Then you refer to them as monkeys. But yeah, it's because I want to fight them. And then it's like I want to fight Boots and Boots ain't thinking about you. So what about Devin Haney? Like, do you really want these fights, bro? You got opportunities either way you look, despite the behavior that you've been displaying. It's crazy to me. So it's like at some point, bro, sit your ass down and box or train and be discipline yourself, man. Like fall back, take a step or two back and see where people are coming from. You bugging out.
Yeah, man. It sucks when you see a guy who could be the best in the world, like he just keeps doing damage that he doesn't need to do. And like when he beat Barboza and he looked good doing it. I thought that was one of his best performances after the Loma win. And he was happy afterwards. He was smiling. I thought, okay, now we're going to see the Teo that, the guy who outboxed Lomachenko. But he just keeps, I don't know what it is. I honestly don't know if Teo goes into these business deals looking for trouble, because on one hand, he's taking pictures next to Devin Haney with Turkey and, he's looking happy and he says, okay, now I'm going to look forward to my career. Now I'm going to get the big fights. Now's the time for business, all that. And then he's out of nowhere, he's saying, oh, you're a dictator, Turkey. I'm like, are you serious? Like, where the fuck did this come from? Like,
yeah, right.
Unbelievable.
Right. So it's like, you know what I mean? Shout out to Damon. I hear you. I hear you 100%. Y'all know I'm not big on disagreeing because I respect that. I'll just look at it this way. I'll give you something else to consider, Damon. There's an argument that he didn't go for it, right? He didn't step on the gas like he could have because he had a man right there for the taking. Could have probably pressed him out, possibly got a stoppage, did a lot more damage to him. But he kind of, he was cool with just winning every round, right? And not going the extra mile. There's a conversation for that. But he still did, it was consistent, the performance. It wasn't really no real lows in his performance. You get what I'm saying? Wasn't no real big drop-offs and lapses, how you've seen in the past where he just had those rounds where he allowing this guy to get the better of the work and getting hit with shots he probably shouldn't be getting hit with because he's far too athletic and experienced at this point. But he'll have those, like he didn't really have that here. And that's why you're able to have the criticism like, all right, he just did enough to win because you know what you see in T.O. You know he could have stepped on it and he had the man right there for the taking. He was beating him in every department. You get what I'm saying? It didn't look like he was struggling at all with Barboza. And we know it's another gear there that he could have went into, but I don't think he chose to, right? He was just, cool. Like he understood, I'm beating this dude and he having fun doing it. I think he was entertaining as well. We got to be really, really careful about I am with my criticism. That's a good win. That's a consistent performance, right? But I know if there's more that he could do potentially, right? I know that, but it's not a bad win. You know what I'm saying? That's bad for Barboza because he asked for it for how many years, and then he went out there and did that shit. So let's not forget that there's two people in the ring, and this dude barked up that tree for years and almost had me sold that damn. I'm like, T.O. really don't want this dude. And I had to think a little bit deeper, and that's why I said well played to T.O. because he played the long game with Barboza. He saved him for last, made people think, oh, you don't want to fight him. Then boom, fought him when he won the most fights in his career. He was going on a good stretch, right, of wins. And then he just took all that away from him. So I said, well played. But then he take the steps back here. Turki Alashikh, you call the man a dictator. Then you was in a video calling him Turki Alafreaky. Like he just won't stop, yo. He don't care. Like T.O. do not care, yeah. He do not give a damn.
But it's not like he doesn't even give a damn. Like I'm the type of person, I don't really care about offending people. Obviously there's limits, but I don't like if I make a joke about how, if I just make a joke about how a weak person is weak, I don't really care if it offends them. Right. But there's a difference between not caring and going out of your way to piss people off. Like, do you Turkey's from the Middle East, and where there's dictators everywhere, and I mean it's just shout out to all things. So it's accepted down there that your leader is most likely a dictator. So you shouldn't be making fun of someone in public about that because they're not going to like it. But it's like, why would you do that? And what you said just about the Barboza win, I thought it was excellent from T.O. Yeah, I would have liked to see him try and go for it and try and knock him out. But hey, you're not going to knock everyone out. And, Barboza was on a good run. That was a good performance. And usually T.O. showed, like with the Richard Comey win, that you can have good performances and then the next fight he'll do better. So I was really excited after that. But the guy just can't get out of his own way.
Right. And it's like he almost cool with it. Shout out to Kyle Cooley. He almost cool with being in his own way. Like you said, bro. Well, he's capable of giving you the kind of performances you want to see from him, man. We know that, bro. We know it, but I just feel like since he had the loss to Kambosos, since he had fights with Sandor Martin, Jermaine Ortiz, those kind of fights that, Sandor Martin in particular had him questioning himself, like he moves a certain way. And me, I try to listen closely to some of these details that they drop in some of these interviews. And I specifically remember him speaking about how accomplished he is and how because of that, he should be allowed to move how he want to move and pick the fights. I'm like, bro, this dude talking like he Canelo. And this was the time not too long ago when he was just being seen doing the photo ops with Canelo and his team carrying the belts and shit. He started talking like he was him. I'm like, listen to this dude. So when you see how he move, he had an opportunity to pick between 4 guys. He picked the least recognizable guy out of all of them in Steve Claggett. We know this to be fact. This is not nothing I'm making up. We know who the other names was. He said no to all of them. And what did he do? Chose a guy with what, like 7 losses, and then justified it like he did something great. This shit is mind-blowing. He fought Barboza when he wanted to. He really did. He played that one out. I give him that. He had people thinking like, yo, I don't want to fight this dude. Nah, man, he was even begging, like, it was a statement like, please don't put me in there with this bum. Like, he was saying everything not to fight him, just to beat his ass years later, or a couple years later. So I thought that was well played by him. But again, instead of building on the momentum like a smart fighter, he gonna get in his own way. And that's what makes me question if he really wants any of these fights. Like, do you want these fights, or do you want to just keep talking about these people? Because remember, it was the same dude that said keep the black fighters. Now all of a sudden you need an opportunity with the same fighters that you disrespecting. Then you wonder, it could be a number of reasons. I don't want to put no words in Boots' mouth. I'm just speculating. It could be a number of reasons why he don't want to entertain that dude. For one, you ain't part of the plan. That's one. Then he like, bro, what? This dude, man, like, nah, man. I know what they gonna say when Boots beat him up. He was supposed to do it, man. He was coming up. Boots should be at 54. That's why he should have fought. I could hear it now. Ain't no fucking way in boxing today that Jaron Ennis will beat Teofimo Lopez, especially if he smoke him and knock him out or something. There's no way the whole world gonna be like, yes, that was a great win. Good for Boots. You're gonna hear some of that because there's real people out there that just gotta give him credit. He asked for it. It's like when Mikey asked for Earl. Wasn't nobody feeling sorry for him. That's how but it's gonna be a shit ton of people that's gonna criticize Boots in a negative manner. And maybe for him, I'm not sure. I didn't speak to him. I don't know what he think. I'm just saying maybe for him, it's not worth the headache. Nah, bro.
Yes.
Think about it. He ain't fight Virgil. He ain't abandoned his ship at 47 and fight Virgil. What did they do? Boots ducking Virgil without even being at 54. Never fully committed, none of that. What does he do? He's a duck. And he sat still. And what did he get? He got his unification fight. And what does Teofimo do? The same way he did Crawford. I was saying this yesterday. He waited till Crawford. He knew Crawford had the biggest opportunity of his career. And he clout chased, wanting to fight him like he was going up to 54. Now he laid off that because he know that's a real thing. So he got to shut up because he know Crawford done pulled up on you and all that, but he still mentioned his name after that. But he had to leave that alone. Now you look at Boots. Boots is coming off what? That's the biggest win of his career because it was a unification, an undefeated champion. That solidified Boots as a legit champion. You can't no email shit. He took somebody's strap up off from an undefeated world champion. And what does Teofimo do? I want to fight Boots. Man, get the hell out of here. And that's what I'm saying. If you really want to fight him, why do you ruin the opportunities with the guy that's going to be providing it for you? He extending the other play. Out on his card in Times Square, you idiot. Now he a dictator. Now he Turki out the freaky and you playing games. That was kind of funny because Teo really don't know no better. He like a kid, man. So that's all I'm saying, y'all. Do you really want these opportunities if you're going to piss on the person that is providing the opportunity and the platform for you? That doesn't seem like smart business. And you don't have to be the super business savvy kind of guy to know that. Like, that's common sense. So you got to know what you're doing. And then he still, like I said, even after he quote unquote got fired, it's still a joke to him. You know, the resurrection, like this. I'm like, yo, this dude don't. It's no stopping Teo. He don't give a damn.
It's like how many resurrections can you have? And I'm glad you brought up these details, just do because this one I honestly thought people were exaggerating, but I realize now it's actually pretty. It was a sign of things to come. He went in there and fought Nakatani, and Nakatani gave him hell. Like, that was not a great performance from Teo. And I mean, Lomachenko cleaned Nakatani out, whereas Nakatani gave him absolute hell. And after the fight, one of the first things Teo says is, "I'm not fighting somebody bigger than me." And I was like, that's fighter. Actually... And I, at the time, I thought, that's no big deal. But then I thought, actually, that's pretty interesting because, you know, I mean, look, one of the main reasons we call Lomachenko as great as he is because this guy fights guys who are big enough to be his dad, and he does it all the time at lightweight. Whereas Teo, I was like, maybe Teo's a bit of a weight bully. And then he's calling out Crawford, then he's calling out Boots, these guys who are much bigger than him. I'm like, what is he going to say if these guys beat him? And then he's saying, oh, they're ducking me. It's like, Teo, like, you've got plenty of guys in your division. Like, what happened to, like, do people, I'm sure a lot of people don't forget this, but before the Barboza fight was signed, Hitchens was on the table. Matthias was on the table. It's like, why don't you go fight these guys? It's like, I mean, this is the...
You see?
Yeah, man. I mean, this is the thing that just really got me, because he said after he beat Lomachenko, he said, everybody wants to be money made, but you got to be Pretty Boy Floyd first. And I thought, yes, this guy's going to fight everyone. He's going to pay his dues.
Right.
And he won't fight any of the other champions. It's so frustrating, man.
Yeah. Yeah. At one point, he knew how to say the right things, and he even was doing them along with saying them, right? Fighting the guys, and you like, yeah. And I felt like the turning point, really, I always say this, the big turning point with him, the best and worst thing that happened to him at the time was beating Loma. He went on this different type of, like, this diva ego trip, and he kind of took his eye off the ball. And then he did what? He let who beat him? Cambosa slipped in the back door and kicked his ass. And he blamed, like you say, blame Eddie. It's always somebody's fault. Then you redeemed yourself since then. And again, every time you kill your momentum with foolishness and like ignorance. And it's like, at what point do you hold this dude accountable? And like I said, for Turki, if Turki in any way cut ties with him, if that's what he mean by being fired, it's bittersweet, because it's like, is this the first sign of like things to come for him? Like opportunities you're going to find yourself without because you're being silly. And think about it. I said this just earlier before you got in here. You don't hear Bob Arum talking about let's make a fight with Teofimo and Boots. You don't hear Bob Arum, the one advocating for these other fights is Turki. It's like, you get what I'm saying? And you blowing it, because I've never, outside of Bob Arum giving you some options to pick from, I never seen you make a fight where you just went and called somebody out and the fight happened. Name a time. That shit ain't never happened. And I never will forget when Bob Arum said that Teofimo don't make his fight. So when you do all of this calling people out, I always take it with a bit of like a grain of salt, because I'm like, those are usually the fights that don't get made. Just look at history. It's every time. Bob ain't gonna lie to you. Like, bro, this dude, like, sometimes he just be going. Like, so you'll have these options and you'll say no to all of them, but what you want will be things that's not available to you. And it'll have to take for people to really be trying to be interested in what you got going on for it to even halfway happen. Like, I don't know, man. I wonder what Bob's stand in all this too, because he's been really quiet, man. Like, the fact that these fights are even being possibilities, and Bob ain't like, nah, he ain't in the way. You get what I'm saying? He ain't like, nah, like, he ain't getting in the way. So it's like, that's what I mean. Teo, you really blowing it, kid. You blowing it. You blowing your own opportunities for yourself. Shout out to my guy, the Butcher, man. Much love, bro. And who's this? Shout out Average Joe, man. Appreciate the love in the cash app, man. Much love, homie. Yeah, man. I would just like to root for the kid, but like I said, he always give you reasons not to. But I still can identify him as being one of the top fighters, whether you love it or not. It is what it is, because he's talented, man. But I hope at some point he mature in a way where he just stop getting in his own way and just be great, yo. Like I said, I think some of my frustrations stem a bit deeper than what a lot of people realize, because I look at things on a much deeper level. I spoke to a lot of fighters. There's fighters that wish they had that platform, let alone the talent. Like, most people don't want to say that, but some will keep it real. Like, guys wish they were that talented naturally, bro. And then let alone they got Top Rank backing them, despite being an asshole. You telling me you got opportunity to stay at 140 where you got the Ring magazine and the WBO be great there, or you could go up and possibly take fights at 47? You telling me you got options? I'm seeing world champions debating quitting because the opportunities ain't coming. And that's why I'm frustrated with it. Like, dude, you need a history lesson. Like, you need to sit down and understand, this, like you're blessed. Like you don't just say it, understand it. Yo, you're in a really good position. And it's a lot of people that I know are real boxing fans that just would love to support the guy if you just go out there and do what we known you to do. Be exciting, man. Be a showman. Have fun in there. Beat ass. And if you could, get a knockout. But I ain't even tripping off that. Just be the guy that you are. You have all the talent in the world. I'm going to keep saying it so people know this ain't no hit piece. This ain't me shitting on TL. This is just the behavior that I'm not a fan of, because this ain't how you get ahead, man. And you seeing it now. So nothing is permanent in boxing. We know, like, they could feel one way, like Turki could feel how he feeling now. And I don't know. Maybe still an opportunity for him, but you just never know. But again, if this is sign of things that come for Tio, good luck moving forward. Shout out to my baby girl, the queen, Miss Just Do is in the building. How you feeling? Trey was good. 704 Joe. Y'all hit that like button. Let's keep building. Carlos was good when he calls himself the takeover. And you know what, Carlos? He really could be that if he just allow it. He got the talent. It's not a fight that, it's fights that'll be tough for him, but with that talent and just being focused, he'll give himself a real fair shot to win any fight that he's in. For real, for real. You give him
agree more.
At 140. I think 47 is going to be a bit too much for him. I'd love to see him try it up there. You know what I'm saying? I think his talent could get him through some of the fights, but I think if he was to go dealing with the boots per se right now, I think that'd be all bad.
Yeah.
His athleticism to get him up out of that.
No, I agree. I've been saying style-wise, Boots cleans Tio out of there, but it's not even that's not even a problem with Tio. It's just styles make fights, and Boots is that kind of fighter. But just another thing with Tio, well, it just goes into everything we've been talking about. It's always somebody else's fault. Like, Bob Aaron's not paying me enough, so I'm going to go to Eddie Hearn. Yeah, Triller. And then
remember Triller? Remember the Triller
man,
move?
I try to forget it. Triller was such a cretin on the sport. Like, they were terrible.
To Bob with that one.
So then he went to Eddie Hearn
just to have to come back to him. Crazy.
Yeah, then he went to Eddie Hearn and DAZN, and he and his dad were saying, "Yeah, this is family. Like, we're family with DAZN and Eddie." Then they lose the fight, and it's like, "Oh, I won 10 rounds of that fight."
It was a conspiracy. Remember, it was a setup.
Like,
set him up to lose.
That's like,
God,
hey,
dang.
Just Do.
You set yourself
up
to lose. You and your dad with no game plan. Go out
Exactly. We got robbed. They tried to rob us. It was conspiracy, man.
Right.
And then they go back to Bob Arum. Then they have problems with Bob Arum after the Steve Claggett fight. Like you said, they fought Steve Claggett when they couldn't get fights, or Hitchens and Matthias was offered on Top Rank, and Tio turned it down. Yeah. And then they goes to Turkey, and now they're having issues with Turkey. It's like, can you honestly keep any stable relationship? Like, it's crazy.
And it's like, I said this before, I don't know exactly what his inner circle look like, but if he got real ones around him, they not able to get through to him, because I think he would behave and move a different way. And that might sound like cliche, but sometimes your behavior is a example or a representation of who you're around and who's around you, and maybe that's nobody. And if there are people, then they're not able to get through to you in a way that'll impact you, whereas you don't go out there behave in this way. Like, this should be a little embarrassing for you, some of the stuff that you're doing, for real. But I think because boxing is it's like loose, right? For lack of a better term, it's like, there's no immediate consequence to shit like this. There's no, let's cancel them. Like, you'll hear that, but is that really going to happen? So, if this was a team sport or something like that, it would fly. Like some of the shit he been doing. He would have been off a team, or, he fell by the wayside. But I think the freedom that boxing gives you in that way, it's like it's almost no consequence to his behavior. But like I said, you got to hit people in their pockets. And if you're a guy that is complaining about not making X amount of dollars, and you find yourself with no opportunities, you really ain't making money, then you really gotta tighten up. So, just be careful with bridges you burn. You know what I'm saying? Not all of them that you're gonna be able to cross again once you burn them. Legacy was good with him. Lee was good, fam. I said that y'all probably believe in Santa Claus. Juan, what's going on, bro? What's going on? Juan, talk to me.
I don't know where that came from, but
conspiracies can happen in boxing. Shit, man. I mean, if you got to look up where the word conspiracy came from, maybe you'll have a different like outlook. You know what I mean? A lot of times that word comes up when it's truth, when it's a truth involved. You know what I'm saying? Everything in the conspiracy.
I mean, let's not.
I don't know what y'all
I mean,
talking about. The child might have missed it, but shit, Tio, ain't no conspiracy to being an asshole. He's a fool. We just got to tighten up. And I would love to come here and be like, you know, the conversation be that he put these ways behind him and he just been locked in, boxing, promoting himself, proving his brand, trying to be the takeover, doing his thing with his annoying ass dad. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Where we could tolerate it. You know, hopefully at some point he reached that level of, I don't know, maturity. You know what I'm saying? I just don't seem like he there. And
I don't think he.
At times it make me think if he got issues from taking punches because of comments that he's made in the past, like being asked questions. I don't know. I get hit a lot, man. I smoke a lot of weed. I was like, what? I was like, bro. Then he in another video, he like, yeah, I stopped smoking. I don't take no ashwagandha. I stopped taking pills. I'm like, what? Like, yo, bro, you like a damn Lifetime special. Like, what's up with Tio? This dude be all over the place. And then he wake up and chose violence today. He picking with Turkey for no good reason. Like, that's the questions, like, you know, Punch Drunk got access to him. Shout out to him. But you need to be asking him, like, what's his deal? What's his plan? You get what I'm saying? Like, you get me? What's his end goal? Like, what he trying to do? Because
and shout out to Punch Drunk. He's,
you know, what you doing?
Yeah, and shout out to Punch Drunk. But Punch and I, we clash on this stuff all the time because I'm telling Punch my honest thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, he's not Tio ain't in a position to say he's definitely the best guy at light welterweight when he's only fought one world champion. And they say, well, he's been world champion longer than all of them. I'm like, cool. But he hasn't fought Hitchens. He hasn't fought all the other guys yet. Like we didn't call Mike Tyson the best heavyweight at the time. After the Burbank fight, he had to beat all the champions. You know what I'm saying? Like, just.
Yeah, he like I said, after every significant win throughout his career, he going this like got this like celebratory energy. Like, I did it, you know. Well, what y'all gonna do? You know, like I'm carrying away. Like in his mind, he think he carrying boxing by himself. Shout out to Mr. Grandy. I hear you, but check this out. Dig this. It's not your age, you know, that you looking for that makes you mature, man. It's experiences. You know what I mean? I think the things you go through, you know what I'm saying, that grow you up, not the age. You could be a 50-year-old fool, you know what I'm saying? And he could very well be one of them, but maybe it's going to take the right situation or experience potentially to grow him up a little bit more. It always take that, you know what I'm saying? Usually it's an experience, something you go through where you just understand that ain't it. Or then maybe that never occurs and you just continue to be an asshole. And I don't see how that is going to go over well for you in the long run. You know what I mean? Maybe short term, you all right because you're able to still get some fights and things like that. But people ain't going to remember you for shit. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, they going to remember you as a racist fool that had talent that got in his own way. Get what I'm saying? So I'm an advocate for guys just moving accordingly like men. And again, he still got some growing to do. It ain't necessarily the age that's going to do it. Man, maybe the experience, fam. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no special age to hit where you start to get it. But, you know what I mean? Trial and error. And maybe he ain't bumped his head enough times. Maybe he ain't hit the lowest of the low enough times. Because it seemed like he hit that point once before. But I don't know. I just don't understand how you could get in your way like that. It's just pretty silly to me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to L.Boxing, the fax machine. What's good? I like to see Gary Antoine get to put hands with T.O. Me too. He friendly with him. He call him Tweezy. You don't want to fight him. You don't want to fight that dude. I gotta see what old boy on. I see you put hella emojis. I gotta see what you on. I don't know what you on just yet. You put hella banana emojis a second ago. What buddy on? Y'all be tripping.
Monkey. Now it's monkey.
My bad. Ant McQueen, pound for pound. What's good, homies? How y'all feeling?
No, I was enjoying this. I forgot I was up there.
Just listening to the cook, man. Just listening to the cook. What's up, family? How y'all doing, bro?
I forgot I was up here until I see you hold me in the thing. I was about to say, just like this dude acting weird. He got the banana emojis, not a monkey emoji. Like, what's going on?
Boxing where only black American fighters is like going to a party with only men. I still don't know what you want just yet. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all hit that like button. Let's keep working though. We're gonna keep building. You know, just a good conversation, man. Y'all know how we do. Just a good build. And like I say, man, I would like to see what comes out of all of this. Like he did a little video. He was in the Mayweather gym. I seen a little clip with the dude speaking to him, saying Mayweather was on his way. Notice he's flicking it up, taking pictures with Floyd. And I know people are no, I seen it already. The little outcries already, like what the hell Floyd doing, letting him in his gym? Is he's racist? Is this and that? Man, it's just one of them things, man, where I don't know, man. I don't think nobody that's rocking with him it's because they're cool with what he's been saying or doing in that regard on that side of things. But I think people just got different relationships with him. And I don't know, for whatever reason, some people just question if that's really who he is. Like, for instance, Cool Boy Steph was talking about it, and he said he wanted to sit down and have a conversation with him. You know what I mean? Greg Hackett wasn't beat. Greg Hackett, shout out to GHB. GHB was like, man, I got something for him. He was like, I got something for Tio. But you know, Cool Boy was like, I just want to see like where he coming from, like what he really on. I get what he's saying. Like, you want to try to gauge the energy and see that if you out here just playing with fire and don't know no better, or do you like you get what I'm saying? You just want to gauge, like check his temperature and really, you know what I mean? Because you'll hear it. People say that ain't really him. And think about it. It'll be somebody that has personal experience with him, met him, know him on a personal level, as opposed to us just from the outside looking and hearing the shit. It's easy to feel like that. And I don't question nobody that feels like he wild, because he put himself in there. I ain't coming to his aid in no way, shape, or form. But for me, it's like I still try to hear those people that actually know him. I think it's deeper than just trying to be cool with what he's saying. I think they trying to express that, look, this is not the guy that he's shown me on all these occasions since I've been knowing him that he's been. So it's hard for me to look at him like that. And it looked like he just wilding. You get what I'm saying? You're not a fan of it, but you still, you know what I mean? Some people kind of seem like they giving him a break a bit. But for me, he made his bed. He got to lay in it. You know what I mean? Shout out to A. What's good, homie? How you feeling? You said you only knew the truth. Shout out to my dog, man. Kyle, cool it. What's good, homie? Crush the legend. What's good, my dog? So yeah, man, I just want this story to get back to and shout out to LWboxing too, by the way, that dropped the info on my lap, man, about them verbally agreeing. And you know, you could take it to the bank with him. Not nothing officially signed, but like I said, with that little couple of tweets from Tio, you wonder, did he kind of get in his own way again? You know what I'm saying? And kind of squander opportunities for himself that was kind of put right there, propped up for him. And that's crazy, because you had a couple of ways you could have went through this guy if things would have went in your favor. If you would have just, I don't know, did good business, man. Move accordingly. I just don't. It seemed like a little unwarranted attack, and I ain't feeling sorry for Buddy, but I'm just looking at it from a boxing standpoint. Like, dude, what the hell do you really want to do? Who you want to fight next for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, man, I want to fight somebody and, you know, Fight Sport Talk, you putting a fight on, but I'm slandering you in the media. And like, what do I really want that fight, knowing that you're gonna be putting it on? Because it ain't like Bob out here, you know. Last statement I heard from him, he was like kind of, you know, undecided as to what Tio wanted to do. He didn't really have an understanding. He like, yo, he got these opportunities for him, but he don't take them. He turned down fights. He like, I don't really know what he want to do. Like, and then I noticed since that, I ain't really been hearing a lot of Bob talk when it comes to Tio. I ain't been hearing it. Maybe I could be missing it. I don't see everything, but it just seemed like he been quiet, and it seemed like the opportunity's been coming from that, you know what I mean? Turki been having some things on deck. So I just don't see why you would want to burn that bridge. Is my only confusion with that. Seen the unseen boxing. What it do, homie? Facts, man. Y'all get the likes up for your boy, man. Want to see how he acts after he takes another L. Hey, Thrill. Hey, me too. Me too. Me too. The person to do it is going to win over some extra fans, in my opinion. The person to get that dude another L is going to have some extra fans, bro. That's how boxing is. You shut up the loudmouth, the guy that's over there selling the whoop tickets, talking crazy. He got all the wild stuff to say, and then he get beat up too. Oh man, the memes galore. Bro, could you imagine the memes? The memes gonna go crazy for a minute too. That's the worst thing he could do is lose. He gave you too much other content that's laughable, and a loss would just be icing on the cake. I'm telling you, and I'm gonna say this right off the bat. He don't spark me as the kind of guy that's gonna stick around and take too many losses either. I'm telling you, because that Cambosis one hurt. That he went to blaming people. Bro said he ain't had no esophagus or something. I was like,
oh man, and that's like that was one of the worst excuses ever. I mean, the biggest one,
much air in his chest or something. I was like, huh? Like next he gonna say, yeah, I had too much air in my lungs for the fight. He's like, what? Couldn't that help you? Yeah, I had too much air. Like, what the hell, boy?
Hey, just do. If I could just, since you brought that up, could I just quickly say I was on a show in the UK just a couple of days ago, and we were debating Teo fighting Haney or Boots and stuff, and I was saying I want to see the Boots. I want to see the Haney fight and blah blah blah, and then everybody was talking about, because these were all Teo fans. They were all talking about how bad Haney looked against Ramirez, and I said, yeah, he didn't look great, but Teo didn't look good against Ortiz either. Like, shout out to the guy who said, what if Teo takes another loss? I thought he did take another loss against Ortiz. And then I brought up the Cambosis loss, and these guys said, but he had a hole in his lung, man. I'm like, are you serious? Are you idiots still going on about this? Are you crazy? I'm just like, I was like,
I said, bro,
they're still talking
take a loss. Man. You don't lose well at all. Shit, he don't even win well. You win a good fight, and then you like, yeah, how could I fuck this up? Let me see. Could I piss off today? Turkey, dictator. Like, yo, this man got a problem, bro.
And you just said it. It's like he's putting a fight on with somebody, so he's like, okay, this guy's helping me make money. How could I piss him off? It's like, that's the exact opposite of what you should be doing, man.
Yeah. And again, y'all, I don't want to be repetitive, but that is one of the number one reasons for me why I question what fights do he actually want, because of how he goes.
Yeah.
Like, again, when he go on those rants with the monkey, the banana, you know that he go that route. You've never seen him make a fight that way. Just calling out random names, you've never seen the fights get made that way. You get what I'm saying? It's usually an option that he have on the table, and he'll say yeah to it, to my understanding, and that. Now, if you look at the landscape and you see how things are being laid out for him, like, I don't know if he ain't fighting a Devin Haney, if you ain't fighting a Boots, which I doubt that you do, what do you do? What is your next best option? And who do you fight? You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's really all about. Like, you know, what's your next opportunity going to look like? And did you ruin anything for yourself? I ain't gonna argue about if Turkey is a dictator or not, because I'm gonna be honest with you, Teo wouldn't be the first guy to spit that out his mouth. I've heard people say it. You know
but we all know that. I mean, we all
reputation, but I'm just looking at Teo. Even if what he's saying is 1,000,000% spot on, is it necessary that you say that? And by doing so, what was you looking to accomplish? Was you looking to like, so I'm just joking, like? Because he did say, like I said in the other video, man, Turkey gotta learn how to laugh or something, live a little something. He said, you about to be, your birthday's coming up. What he said, his birthday and everything, August 4th. He said, you're gonna be 44 or something. I'm like, damn, hey, you know this guy, but you gonna do all of that's what I'm saying. It's so confusing. Like, you can't, and I don't know, maybe that's part of his plan, to be just hard to read, but he doing it for the wrong reasons, man.
He's doing it for the wrong reasons.
And man, everybody know that was far. That was going far. Like, any fighter, let me say this, yo, for anybody that might be confused and they think just like we just single out incidents. Over here, I ain't speaking for nothing on nobody else platform but this. We call this shit out as we see it. If I was around with the channel when that shit happened, he would have been called out for it too. You know what I'm saying? I think it's lame to ever go that route. You know what I'm saying? For anybody, it ain't cool with nobody do it. You know what I mean? And it just, I don't rock with it. Like, and I think we was having this conversation before. Like, we got to stop doing that. When something is being called out, we got to stop talking about, well, what about that time? Like, bro, how many years ago was that? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many years ago was that, bro? You get what I'm saying? Like, bro, man, we could only speak for the things that we you know is going on now, that we ain't about to go back 40, 50 years. We're not about to do that. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna call this stuff out as we see it. You know what I mean? I'm not a fan of none of that kind of talk. For me, I would just prefer a boxing community where they don't color outside their lines when it comes to that stuff. I don't like personals. I don't like personal spats. But if another fighter is telling the guy when we get in that ring and beating your ass, I love it and everything that come with that. But you know, all the other stuff, I'm not a fan of. I don't care who dishing it out.
And what
I don't care if it's Frazier, you know, I don't care who the hell it is. Like, I'm not rocking with it.
Yeah, and what Muhammad Ali said terrible things about Joe Frazier. Like, that was horrible what he did. But the thing is, even though it took Frazier a long time, he and his family did eventually get over it. So, you know, we all have to move on eventually.
Right. So that's it. Just man. At the end of the day, man, you wanna see these dudes, man, really reach their potentials, man. And I think this shit like this is senseless. But you know, it's out there. We gonna talk about it. But you know, I think a better story, man, it could have been who his next fight would have been. And I'm telling you, I don't know. I like the Devin Haney situation. I really do. Cornelius would have.
Well, Haney. Yeah, I just checked out X, and Haney tweeted out that he'll take on Teo for his comments about Turkey. He said, "Turkey, I'll take care of him." So,
you see what I'm saying? Like, to see, you got it. Hey, Dad, hey, keep it up, man. Apply the pressure, bro. Until bust a pipe or something, bro. Don't keep applying pressure, man. Because we see it. You can't say you don't want to fight. And this is my thing, man. If he easy money, if he ain't good, if all he did was run, man, that should be easy pickings, bro. That should be easy. But like I said, let's see what comes out of this in the next, coming days, man. Because shout out to my bro that let me know that they had a verbal agreement. But I wonder, is that like I said, what's that? Like, what's the likelihood of it happening now? You know what I mean? But it's just words, because I did see, like I said, Turkey said something about growth and like not responding to certain things, like not having a reaction, something like that, he said. So it seemed like that was a response to with Teo being ignorant. Like, I ain't about to go back and forth with this dude.
Yeah. Well, I hope the fight happens. We'll see. I think Haney versus Teo is the fight to make, or get Russell in there, get Puello in there, get Sandor Martin in there. Like, all these fights are good fights. Get Hitchens in there.
Yeah. Haney. Listen, I think Haney right now. Haney is playing it smart. Because think about it, like, he was fresh off. You got to rewind a little bit all the way back to the Sandor Martin situation, right? Where nobody wanted to bid on the fight. And he felt like the reason that was like that was because of the situation we went through with Ryan. So since then, you had an opportunity to fight on the Turkey card. You got paid a good bag to go fight Ramirez, right? And if you're smart, you keep that relationship the right way. Like, Haney is doing it the right way. That's what you should. Hey, man, look, hey, Turkey, man, I got him. Look, I got you. That to me is good business. I don't think he doing nothing wrong. I don't think he, like, what's the term they use, bending the knee. I don't think none of that. I just think he being smart about it. Like, yeah, like, all right, you want to be an asshole? Hey, look, I got him for you. You know what I'm saying? Something about maturity. B-Dog was good with it, bro. And that's all. You know what I mean? So if you smart, that's what you do. You ain't got no reason to be beefing with Turkey. Just gave you an opportunity. So and it's crazy that boxing is getting in a weird space where it's looked at as like ass kissing or what are we doing, bro? Like they doing business. They dealing with millions of dollars, bro. Don't nobody got time for no petty feelings. And people will always say, you know, facts over feelings, or put your feelings, you know what I mean, to the side and do business, right? So that's the same difference. Like they ain't got no time to be sitting around talking about, oh man, I might be kissing his ass or bending it. Yeah, right. I'm setting up my next opportunity potentially. I'm throwing my name in that. Hey, Turkey, what's up, man? He talking crazy. I'll take him out. You know what I'm saying? What Canelo did. Canelo did the same thing. They ain't say that about him. Then he tell Turkey to chill. I'll take care of him for you. Didn't he say that? Like, come on, man. Why we be doing that? These dudes playing with millions, man. Let's stop acting like it ain't, man. They know it. Listen, you got the bag. I'm gonna keep that relationship on stable ground. It ain't no reason to go left. Like he talking like Eddie Hearn. I'm gonna shine your shoes. He just throwing his name in the hat, despite what he is talking. And I know he probably done pissed you off. Look, I'm still willing to beat his ass. What's up? Like, nah, man. Hey, Haney, I'm rocking with that. Shout out to the Haneys. Win, lose, or draw, I'm rocking with that. And I said it, unpopular opinion, Haney beats Tio. Haney beats Tio. Telling you. And that's why Tio drag his ass.
Hey, just do I got to bounce, but I think it's very possible. I mean, Haney can get caught, and Tio's still got a decent punch on him, but Tio can't cut off the ring. You box him, you move, and the guy just wails forward like a spastic. So yeah, Haney could definitely win that fight, man. That's one of the reasons I want to see it, because both guys can win, and you know, it's a very interesting fight.
Yeah,
so.
it's a 50-50. I think I'm comfortable saying
yeah,
that. I think it is 50-50.
I agree.
But shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you coming up, rocking out.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. If I could just plug my channel for a second, Fight Sport Talk.
Sure.
I'm also on Twitter, and I'm also on Twitter and Rumble. Going to be streaming soon. And just thanks for having me on, and peace out to everyone.
Always, bro. Shout out to you, Fight Sport Talk. Not another boxing channel presented by the homie B3 Picks, man. Said pre-fight predictions. Who y'all got? Devin and Tia. Yeah, shout out to B3, man. Much love, bro. Look, even if I got it, I go down with the ship on this one, bro. I have no way, shape, or form picking Tio. I can't. He just won't allow me to. You know. Realistically, I do think Devin Haney got the skill set to beat him. It's just if I'm being all the way 100, he would have to be more of himself, right? He had to show more of himself than he did the last time out. Like, I think for me to be comfortable knowing that he can pull it off, but if he's able to do that, yeah, man, yeah, because he do the things I believe Tio don't like. Boxing, staying smart, staying on the outside, force Tio to be on that front foot. You know what I mean? He won't be able to bluff his way to a victory. I think he'll have uncomfortable moments. I think he'll get frustrated. I've seen it enough times to feel comfortable about this. If you don't give Tio the looks he wants, he's going to get visibly frustrated. And like I said, you've seen him complain after a number of fights. You know what I'm saying? Jermaine Ortiz in particular, that was a fight where a dude was moving a lot, right? And, you know, looking at it, you like, damn, why you moving so much? But you got to ask yourself, what's one of Tio's weaknesses if you watch him a lot, right? Being on that front foot. What was Jermaine doing? Come get me. Come get me. And my job ain't to stand there so the fight could be entertaining. That's what people don't get. Nah, man, I got to win. And people got to start respecting. I get it. You want to be entertained, but these fighters want to win too. Because if they lose being entertaining, man, that next bag ain't looking the same. So I respect it. I seen a game plan. I seen a guy who's just outsmarting another guy and not giving him what he wanted. And when you visibly frustrated and you showboating, but you know, you kind of you could see that he's frustrated and he wanted to stand still. I was like, yeah, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Shout out to PGH Big Dog. Keep on doing it, man. Shout out to Fight Sport Talk too, man. So yeah, got to be able to do both for sure. For sure, it's a delicate balance, though. You know, it's a delicate balance. It's definitely I ain't saying go be born. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, like me as a fight fan, I'm able to say, I see he might be sacrificing some entertainment for a game plan to win in a specific way. And I seen that's what he was doing. He was trying to be clean, swim without getting wet at times, and he looked good doing it because I was able to see strategy. So I wasn't, I wasn't crying about the entertainment side. You know what I mean? Because I knew he was trying to beat a guy that was expected to win, and he made Teo look bad. Everybody said it. I don't think nobody praised him for that performance, and a lot of people thought Sandor flat out beat him. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what boxing and moving, bro. You know what I'm saying? And being a little unpredictable, bro. Look at when Jermaine Ortiz was choosing to attack with the movement. It wasn't just movement, bro. He was picking his shots. He was picking his moments. He was being very strategic. It was a method to his madness. He wasn't just a guy running. That's bullshit. And I'm telling you, you would know that if you really study that fight or watch boxing more. That was very intentional. And it wasn't because, I'm scared of getting hit. Hell no. And I said, look at his fight with Loma. Like, he took the fight to him. That was a good game plan. It was intentional. You seen it. Jermaine Ortiz is a smart guy, man. A little underrated, if I might not say so. You know what I mean? If I might say so. He's a little underrated.
Yeah, I mean, even before that fight, when he had fought Loma, that shit was like some people still think that he won that fight. Once I saw that Jermaine Ortiz fight against Teo, before that fight, I had it a little closer between him and Haney. I'm like, okay. But after that fight, especially the game plan he had with the movement and how his footwork, not saying he got bad footwork, but I'm just saying I give Devin Haney the edge, better footwork than Jermaine Ortiz. So seeing his footwork give Teo that amount of problems, just the movement, after that fight, then I had it totally Haney. I'm like, Haney could do this all night if he really wanted to.
Right.
I don't know, man, I think I might give Jermaine the edge with the footwork, just based on the fact that
that's an unpopular opinion right there.
Because here's the thing, Jermaine Ortiz typically fights orthodox. Against Teo, he fought exclusively southpaw.
Right.
So to be able to do it out of either stance and be able to make that type of adjustment, like, generally I fight orthodox, but I seen the way this man was struggling with Sandor Martin, and he wasn't able to block the exit. He kept allowing this guy to escape weak side. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna go southpaw too. And then that's the most frustrating thing about that fight with Jermaine Ortiz. Is Teo had ample opportunity. He had opportunity after opportunity. He would get in range, but his punch selection would just be off. Like, why the hell are you throwing a straight right hand from right here when the guy is going out to your left, to his right? Throw a left hook first.
That was
try
terrible.
To corral him. Put the right hand behind it. Or use the jab to stabilize him. He was
exactly.
Just following
he was following him, and like you said, if Teo was moving to the left, he was throwing like the opposite. Like he wasn't trying to throw to make him run into some shit. He was throwing where he was like following him, like throwing the same type of shot. Like and Jermaine was moving to the right a whole lot, and he was just, instead of trying to throw something, let him run into it and make him go the opposite way, he was just, I'm like, yo, his shot selection ain't really that good right now. Like, he's just following him and throwing punches like winging out.
He wasn't comfortable. And that you don't give him what he want, bro. And you do it consistently. You able to do it. He gonna show some mental lapses. I've seen that with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just something he's shown with consistency. You can see that. Stick to a game plan and make it so the fight ain't just easy, because you know how it's gonna get. He feel like the fight easy, man. Teo gonna style on you, and it's gonna get bad. Because I don't care. People think they undercutting the Barboza performance just a bit. Yeah, I know y'all wanted to see more blood because he had him right there for the taking. But he really took him to school. And he made that shit look easy, man. Like, he ain't had to get out of like second gear with Barboza. That shit was bad, yo. He was kicking his ass, beating him to the punch. Now Barboza,
that's a fact.
But yo, he had him beat in every way, shape, or form. Shout out to my guy. Hey man, in the Cash App, always support.
But I felt like the Barboza, that fight, I felt like Teo's performance was more flash than it was substance. Because he ain't even really do nothing. There was never a point in that fight where I felt like Barboza was in danger or he was completely out of the fight. It was just so much that Teo was doing stylistically. Like, aesthetically, it looked like, man, like, damn, he's styling on him. But there were a couple rounds where it was dicey, man. Like that 5th round when he got caught with that right hand. Now he's lucky Barboza didn't fight with any type of urgency. Barboza is a dude, he ain't gonna do too much. He's not gonna do too little. You know what I mean? Like he tries to play it a little too to the book at times, in my personal opinion. Like Barboza's not gonna really take too many chances. But there were a couple of times where he hit Teo with a couple of right hands where it froze Teo, and Barboza just didn't have the urgency to really pursue it like that.
Nope.
Like had that been somebody else with a little bit more assertiveness, a little bit more relentlessness,
that was the biggest disappointment to me. Was not that Teo didn't try or step on it more, is that Barboza didn't try to assert himself more for a guy that been actively calling somebody out over and over. Like, bro, I thought you was really like he slapped the shit out of you. Did you forget? Like, bro, he
slapped
put
the shit out of
in your face. He left fingerprints in your face. Barboza, like, and you went out there and did that. You ain't fight like somebody that just got this slapped out of him in front of everybody. Bro slapped the hell out of you.
He had mascara on too when he did it.
Yeah, mascara, the eyeliner shit going, like, bro.
He had the print slap that motherfucker. He ain't pimp slapping, he print slapped.
You get me? Like, bro, he had like real fingerprint on his face. I'm like, and you was looking down bad after he slapped you. I was like, yeah, you got to get him back in the fight. I said, he gonna fight hard. Bro went out there and just got punched for round after round. I'm like, yeah, he landed some solid right hands, and he definitely froze Teo on one of them. But why didn't he step? Like, you get me? No urgency. No,
he don't take no chances, bro.
Right? Then you fight like, yo, this the guy you've been wanting to fight for years? Man, I should get in there and punch you in your stomach for fighting like that, bro. This is what you came out here and did, bro, from an effort standpoint. That's all. Like, you ain't go for it. You ain't go out on your shield. He would have to knock me out. In that case, man, he just slapped the shit out of me in front of all those people with eyeliner on, looking like a zesty ass cowboy. Hell no. He would have to put me out. I'm telling you, my temperament knocked me out. I'm cool. Heard it ain't even that bad. And I don't get that good of sleep. That probably be best sleep I got in months. I'm telling you, knock me out, bro, because ain't no way. Leave them fingerprints on my face, man. I ain't seen that since my mom slapped him, bro. That's a real slap. And you, man, hell nah, that's disrespect.
Barboza being Barboza, he out there being all conservative, being all
a bandana on,
shit, like,
cut off vest, some tight ass jeans, like some zesty ass cowboy or something. I was like, bro, what is the eyeliner for? Bro was tripping. I was like, yeah, he out of control, bro. I'm like, yeah, he gonna slap you like that? I was like, oh, why did he let him slap him? I'm like, cool. Nah, he gonna get him in a fight. That's gonna be all the motivation he need to fight hard. I was like, yeah, he might have messed up slapping Barboza. Man, he got in there and got putting the beats. I was like, yeah, he wasn't in real danger though. I get what Ennis saying. I get that, but he just never was in position to win it either, right? I never felt good for him in there. Couple right hands made me like, okay. Then it was like, it's more the same.
He landed the right hand and he turned the faucet off on himself, turned his own offense off. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you
telling
doing?
You, didn't he like he ride bulls or something? I'm telling you, in his spare time, yo, bro. I'm telling you.
Zesty rodeo.
Play the zesty Stone Cold theme music, whatever that sound like. Did he have a vest on? His ass was wild. Shout out to my homie, man. He said, just cuz, bro. Much love to the homie Cal Cool, blessing the cash shot. Much love. Shout out.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Big shout out to the homie Cal. Appreciate you, bro. Zest like a zest on. Cal said both of them living like broke back now. I'm telling you what, I was like, bro, he had on there. He said team eyeliner. What was that about? That's why I say, bro, you was supposed to wild out. He would have had to put me out, G. Nah, he'd have to knock me out. And I'm not just saying it. I would have been you, bro. I wouldn't have had it no other way. There ain't no way I would have fought 12 rounds like that. getting my ass kicked. You know what I'm saying? Just getting boxed. That's all. You just getting boxed down round after round. I'm like, damn, man. Grab him and hold him. Like, do something. Rush him, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, Teo styling him. Then he's starting to showboat. I'm like, guys, it just looked bad after a while. Like, bro, this ain't the dude you've been wanting to fight for years, G. That ain't how you do it. He'd had to put me. I'm telling you, I'm so serious. I'd have felt much better about it because we left the fight feeling like he didn't try hard enough and Teal didn't turn it up enough. And I hate feeling like that because I know they bust their ass in camp, and I don't want to be the non-fighter on the side just talking shit like that. But bro, effort is that shit matters, man. To fight fans, we don't be caring about y'all losing, bro. But when we see you lose, my thing was this: I didn't see no in-fight adjustments at all, really. He was cool with losing every round the same way. And it get to a point where mentally as a fighter, you have to know you're not winning this fight. It's not going your way. Bro, don't act like you don't know it's not going your way. You got to do something different. You just keep coming out there round after round like, well, at least he ain't knocked me out. And then he start, hold on, am I tripping? Or didn't he start doing the Mikey Garcia, y'all? Start walking back, raising his hand after the rounds was over like he won? I think he started doing that. I think that was him that was doing that. He pissed me off with that. He started doing the Mikey Garcia when he getting his ass beat by Earl, raising his hand after the rounds, trying to let everybody know he ain't dead yet. I'm like, bro, you're not winning. Why are you walking away with your hand raised? He kicking your ass out here, bro. He just boxing you. I'm saying kicking your ass, but he didn't make that look competitive at all. I thought he was gonna do a better job. Thought he was gonna have a different game plan and just fight hungrier, like a hungrier guy. He just was too cool with losing, but not getting knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. He getting his ass. I wonder if Till slap Devin like that. Oh man. He said he threw the hat off. That means Devin had to start it. That's interesting, bro. I don't know. I don't think so. You know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Nah, I don't know. I don't think he'd try Dev like that. I love they face off. Remember they face off? You know what I'm saying? Dad was like, man, he ain't gonna do a mother. He was like, T.O. was looking uncomfortable. Dad was like, you a bitch. He was saying, Dad looked like he wanted to fight him right now, right then and there. Telling me they got history, bro. They need that fight. That boxing need that fight. We boxing to be in a good space and we can get a good fight out of them though. Boots let the people down. Yeah, they on Boots' helmet. The butcher, they keep calling him a duck. It's crazy. It's crazy how we do our fighters. I know over here, like it's to each his own, but I'm gonna just be different. I can't push that weak ass. That's one of the worst narratives for boxing. I promise you it is. Because people be so far off. Really be telling me grown men is running around here scared to make money, doing some shit that they chose to do. It's like I can't make sense out of that, and I never will. Not gonna tell me these grown men are scared to make money to fight. Nah, I refuse to think so. He said Ramirez fought hard. Dad was moving fast. Yeah, he had Ramirez looking like a damn, like his batteries was dying on his remote. Telling you, like somebody was cutting his Wi-Fi out. Telling you, bro. Every time he got there, he'd just like freeze up and wouldn't throw no shots. I was like, yeah. This dude might have to hang him up. And I don't like to call quits for nobody, but Ramirez, if you're going to do that, you're not going to beat nobody at 47. Like, now, when I say nobody, I mean nobody. I can't think of one. I can't think of nobody. Nope. Get your ass whooped up there playing with them killers fighting like that. Imagine a guy that won't pull the trigger on Boots. What kind of buffet of ass whooping that's going to be for him. Just imagine it. Should it be bad? That's a hospital trip for sure. Sugar Nunez showed Canelo and Ramirez how to cut the ring off this morning. Shout out to Sugar Nunez too, man. I wonder what was it? I gotta see why the hell did that fight come on that early though. Why did it?
Might have been in Japan again. You know how it is in Japan. I'm joints there like 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
Yeah, they don't fight no other time for us. Don't mess with Texas.
And the days are always inconsistent too. One day it's a Monday, next day it's a Tuesday, next fight it's like a Wednesday. Like they ain't never had them shit consistent.
Something I wanted to bring up real quick. I be on Twitter sometimes, and I really be trying to stay off there because I be trying to, be trying to refrain from snapping and spazzing on people for their own thoughts. I just want to make a quick pit stop. But when I be seeing shit like this, I just be wondering why. Like I don't get it. Like at what point do these men could they just live their life? Like the shit that a lot of these people be thinking about when it come to Tank, I really don't think he give a damn, man, what they talking about. But I just, he's a known hater, but why? That's what I'll be asking when I see this shit. Because you got to take time out of your day. You got to repost, type this shit out, and you got to hit send and and you want people to see this. You don't have to wonder why American fighters can't get sponsors and or endorsements. And Tank's definitely not the face of boxing. But why? Like this just shows the most unwarranted attack. Like it just be random shit like this. Like, bro, like, and I hate that I ain't even got to get into it, but he won already, bro. I ain't got to say it, yo. He won. He don't have another fight. He could lose every fight he fight for the rest of his career, yo. He won. He won. He won, Rick. He won. Like, I'm gonna just be real for a minute, because if he could do that, I could put energy into just giving the man his credit. I see men go out of their way for this dude, like, fans. Like, this dude got, like, hairstyles go viral. We got braids. They'll talk about him like they never seen braids before. The man get a tattoo. They'll talk about it. Leg tattoos like they never seen him before. He'll wear whatever designer shit he want to wear, whatever he got on in that picture, and they'll talk about it like they never seen it before. You know what I mean? Look, man, he's part of the culture, bro. He's very influential, whether people like it or not. It is what it is, man. Yeah, I think so. You know what I mean? The people rock with him, man. The culture is anointing him the guy, man. So it's people that really look at him as the face of boxing. And look, it's hard to say he's the definitive face when you got guys like Canelo out there, but he's one of them. I always say that. I think he one of the driving forces of the sport, especially for the smaller guys. That definitely being the lightweights and anybody under 47. Like he shining a bright light on the sport, man. I just hate unnecessary, unwarranted attacks. Like it just be like, and he's definitely not the face. Like, because you said that, the people feel like it. He got his fans that feel like he the guy. You know what I mean? So I don't know. He won already, bro. That's all I'm saying. I ain't got to come to his aid. I ain't that type of guy, but I don't like to just unnecessary just dissing. Like, you wonder why, like, because he dressed that way. Like, what you trying to say? Is he going for a sponsor? That man in his regular fit, chilling, minding his business, took his picture. I don't think he was going for no sponsors right there. Rick, you get what I'm saying? You can't tell me people don't want to rock with that dude. You a damn lie. You will be a lie. So I ain't trying to hear it, man. I just think that'd be another way to take jabs at the fighters, man, unnecessarily, man. I think that should be weak. So I just ain't a fan of it. You know what I mean? It's almost like you blame him for why fighters can't get in. That shit don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So because he dressed a certain way, I thought that was weird. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, though. You know what I mean? Rick, I just, it shouldn't surprise anybody because he ain't never got nothing positive to really say. That was weak. Let's talk fashion, my guy. That's right up your alley. Remo, he said, that's one reason why you can't just let anyone into your culture. Like, never try to understand. They just hear the critique. There you go. There, you said it better than I could, bro. And I'm big on that. I get tired of that. It's easy to have an opinion, but take a real one and try to understand, bro. And then you'll have a different interpretation of what you see rather than coming off like just an unwarranted, senseless attack on somebody that's just minding their business. And that's how you know when you move the needle to a degree too, when you minding your own damn business and you just post a picture minding your own damn business and you can get the reactions of older ass, grown ass men that like that shouldn't even made him. I don't know. I don't think that was warranted. That's all. At the end of the day, that was just weird.
Yeah, it's kind of like, how do you even draw this conclusion? Like, you just see a photo of this dude holding a designer bag, and then you just come up with this whole fucking dissertation, like,
right,
nigga wrote up a whole essay, like,
right, like, bro, stop, man, like, and I really rock with boxing, bro. I ain't got to know none of these dudes personally, bro, but I support the sport through and through. I just hate seeing it be attacked on these like weird ass angles. It's like, I see this bullshit. Like, y'all weak. I just want y'all to know, just do think y'all soft. Like, matter of fact, I don't think I know y'all soft. I be saying it on Twitter when I go on my little rants. Like, y'all really be some hoes, man. I gotta say it. Y'all really get up online, and the highlight of your day is to see who you could talk crazy to. And you know it ain't really no consequence. Ain't nobody trying to crash out with no words, man, unless you that stupid. But I just hate seeing it, bro. It's like you'll see somebody post anything, man. Like, I can't even talk about some of the stuff I see because some of the people that be doing it be people I know. Tripping. But man, y'all gotta chill with that, man. It's never been cool to talk shit that you can't back up. Let me say that.
Have you ever seen that little segment they got on the Zone?
Them grown ass trolls that's my age and older, yeah, that's weak as hell. Trolling fighters at y'all age is like lame, the lamest shit you could do, bro. It's shitting on these young dudes, having an opinion on how they dress and what they eat, what they do, they women. Like, y'all weird. You weird. I just want you to know. Ain't none of that shit got nothing to do with boxing. Y'all be going in on all the wrong stuff, man. And imagine talking shit to somebody that'll knock you out. Like, just imagine that. This what world we in. Somebody getting one in the comments, oh, you can't punch, you can't knock nobody. I'll knock you out, though. Like, seriously. Like, what we be doing? It's never been cool to do that. Social media has created a force field for soft-ass dudes. Like, y'all really use the safety of the phones and shit. Y'all be talking reckless, man. I don't respect none of it because I know for an undeniable fact over 90% of them people ain't on shit. Can't fight, not in shape, won't do shit, won't talk like that if you seen the fight. I ain't big on that. When has it been cool for men not to be men and be like the kids? Like, I see people joining the circus. I'm like, I expect this from somebody in their 20s, bro. Like, we not young fools, man. Like, what we doing? We making hate pieces on these young fighters, man, that's just trying to win. You don't like how he fight? You don't got to spend 3 hours talking about that shit. Like, people be trying, that shit be personal. Man, some of the most successful talents, man, I'm tired of seeing it. I think dudes is soft for real, man. Ain't no place in boxing for that. That's some soft shit. We gonna just talk crazy to the fighters, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And call them out for sparring. You already know it, Kat. I just hate it, bro. Because I know that ain't the way to move. I try to speak as if, you know, I was in front of a person to a degree, right? And these dudes get up there and they just show their ass on Twitter, man. They say anything. Hating on these men, man. Dudes be posting anything. They'd be out to eat. And you see all the hate in their comments. I'm like, what is this shit? And now stop trying to justify like sucker energy by saying it's trolling. Nah, you a sucker. Just say that. Ain't no, after a while, it's not trolling. Now you a clown. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how you do it, man. I'm like, man, bro, bring the men back. That's why I knew it's the reason why I took so long to come to Twitter. I promise you, I finally see why. It took me a while. I don't like it up there. I don't like Twitter. They be wilding up there. And Rick, this is playing Cameron Duncan at his death. Yeah, I seen some comments he made too. And that's all I'll say. I ain't trying to come to nobody. Hey, no evidence. What's good with it, bro? But he just be crazy. He said, nah, I'm wrong. If I'm glad Teo got fired, no. Nah, that's the bet he made. You know what I'm saying? When you try to, whether it's intentional, it got to be intentional at this point. You try to piss off a culture of people, you're gonna get people that's glad to see you, bump your head and stumble. You know what I'm saying? And that's unfortunate, but it ain't like you praying on his downfall. You just like, so that's what you get. It's one of those where you ain't sympathetic for it. And I'm not, because he's still going to get an opportunity where it remains to be seen. But I believe he'll get an opportunity. But again, maybe this will make him tighten up a bit. Hopefully. Hopefully. Got to say that with him because you never know. I forgot my password. Yeah, that's probably, yeah, you got a different account. Don't mess with Texas. That's probably why. Rick Teams, what it do, homie? Somebody need to go upside with Glaze helmet. Yeah, man. Just it seemed like a grumpy ass old man. I had a couple interactions with him on Twitter. Somebody told me the last time he was trying to be smart, but I don't really care. Like, I don't really care to go back and forth. I'd rather see you and see if you talk to me a certain way. I ain't gonna lie, especially when people be grown. Yeah, I'll see you one day. I'll see you at a fight. But y'all hit that like button, man. We gonna keep building,
got
man.
that segment on YouTube. I was asking if you've seen it, Just, where they had the people talking about a certain fighter, and then the fighter was like kind of off to the side, and then they do the revelation. Like, what would you say about Terrence? They had one with Terrence Crawford, and people said he ain't this, that, and the third, and then Terrence Crawford come from behind the
I like that
cutout and shit.
Yeah.
And then they like, oh, can I take a picture with you? It's crazy the way people energy just switch up like that.
Yeah, I like it. I seen one way back with Danny Garcia, and the dude was legit scared. You could see it. I'm like, but you was just talking crazy. And then I seen the one more recently with Crawford. These dudes be talking crazy. That's the thing. It's created that safe space where it's like, I could say whatever. And I just don't respect it. So I don't care. At this point, if it sounds like I'm coming to their age, so what? If you could shit on them for hours, I could give them their credit for hours. And that's the fight that I fight. Y'all be unnecessary. That's all I'm saying. The shit don't even be boxing related no more. Y'all just get up there hating, talk about women, kids. I'm seeing it all. Like the lines is getting real blurry, man. I'm just asking men to be men. If you hear this message, man, please don't join the circus. That's sucker shit, bro. I'm telling you. And I be seeing it from people that I know too old to be moving like that. We like, yo, what's up? Like, that's nah, bro, that ain't it. These dudes be like young men. You know what I'm saying? Think about where you was at that same age. And I don't want to hear, oh, we didn't have social media back there. Okay, you fossil. Okay, you didn't have social media. Well, they do. Let these kids live. That's what I'm saying. Let these young men figure it out. We be overly critical of every move, everything they say, what they wear. They can't even do shit. We going crazy. Shit don't even be about boxing no more. I'm telling you. It don't. Yeah, he shouldn't have said that. You know, he shouldn't have said this. And why did he say that? And man, shut up, man. Just support, man. Build the sport up. We need more of that. Shout out to Melanin Queen, my sis. How you feeling? Always good to see you in the building. Yeah, man. I just had to. That's my rant of the day, man. That's my just do rant of the day, man. Show more love to the fighters, man. I think the sport is better with it.
Script right there.
Listen, I ain't saying don't criticize, but don't join the circus, man. That unnecessary disrespect and then trying to dress it up. Oh, I'm just trolling. No, you a clown, bro. You are. You trying. Nah, we shouldn't even be trolling at this age. Not like that. Nah, man. Them kids in there. I'll be real. I'll be like, just like when you see certain comments in the chat, you see somebody say something like crazy, you could tell right off the bat they're young. You could tell. There ain't nobody my age coming in here talking like that. So that's all, man. I just be wanting to see more real interaction. That's all. Let's get back to that. I know it might seem like social media ain't a real place, but the shit that y'all put out is very real. That shit y'all talk is very real. Y'all can stir up conflict in a very real way. Nah, Big Dog Willie's my guy. Big Dog Willie fight that good fight. He talked for the people. Like, you got to think. I'm going to speak for him real quick. Let me switch gears. Big Dog Willie been disrespected and argued with and called shit just for supporting who he want to support. Like I said, I'll show you what a super fan is. I'll show you my inbox, bro. I'm really good at deleting shit. I'll show you my inbox and you'll see how a guy like Big Dog Willie got created. You got them super fans out there that they cross the line, bro. I'm telling you. I done had a couple interactions with him. But Big Dog a real one. He just be trolling the ones that don't know. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to the Queen, man. Always supporting the channel and the grind in a big way. The Queen Lisa. Hold on, what's going on here? All right, we got it. The big donation is always.
If I was Floyd and he was me,
yeah,
he would never have to fight again because that exhibition shit.
Yeah.
As me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds. And we both gonna get $100+ million for it,
right?
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due,
right?
And you ain't never.
Shout out to the Queen, big shout out to the Queen. Appreciate you always supporting the channel in a huge way. Paz Nation, what up?
That post you shared though, man. I feel the same way about the quote unquote tanker maniacs. That's how some of the tanker maniacs
Protecting the sport always, man. I appreciate you realizing the fight, man. My fight that I fight, because I think they deserve it, bro. And I don't care what nobody say. We spend way too much time going at these fighters. That shit don't even be justified no more. Every little thing, you can't fight, you pillow fisted. Imagine like the world where you telling somebody that'll knock you smooth out that they can't punch, that they soft, that they scared of somebody. These dudes putting their life into this shit. And that's how we choose to interact with them. You got dumbass people. I gotta say it. You get a chance to speak to one of the best, most successful trainers in the game in Bomac. And some of the questions that people decide to ask him, bro, made the man jump offline. Like, this is the shit we do. So like whether people want to accept it or not, we share the same space. They be looking at us a certain way. I know it's more than just, I speak for the people that don't speak on it. I know I ain't the only one that don't mind building with these fighters. And I know some people that reach out and y'all get different reactions. This be why, man. I'm telling you, interactions like this, they don't know what type of time people be on. Tyree, what's good, homie? How you feeling? They don't know. That's why I say, man, I'm gonna represent what's right with this shit, man. I can't be part of that circus right there. You ain't gonna catch me nowhere talking crazy just for no reason. Like, I don't know how we got to that point. And I hope this ain't coming on. I don't think I'm being soft, but it's unnecessary. Like, you not in the field where you ain't training every day. You can't do what these dudes do to talk like that. That's all I be saying. So I wish it was a league where people could really get in there and spar some of these fighters, bro. Sign little, little waivers and shit, you know what I'm saying? And really get in there so they could see. And then I guarantee you people will come correct. I guarantee you people start getting punched in their stomach and their face, start getting their noses broke. You know what I'm saying? People will stop trolling these damn fighters, man. I'm telling you. Some of them be on timing when they see y'all. I'm trying to tell you, some of these people you'll run into. I'm telling you.
You see what happened with the tall boy with his team, Pacheco.
Yeah. See
that dude out. So that dude not playing. That dude got whooped out. And from my understanding, it was like mistaken identity with some other content creators that was talking crazy that looked like it. Now he got punched over his shit.
Hopped on his ass. See, all that playing, man. Everybody not playing. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Everybody not playing like that. Y'all be bugging. And then it's crazy because it'll be somebody in a team that'll get you. It don't gotta be the fighter. They ain't got none of the moves. They probably drunk. Ready to crash. I'm telling you.
It's so them people talk crazy, but they do it in person. So after a while, talking crazy in person, somebody check them in their chin. But now with social media, it's like you don't gotta see them in person, so they can just talk.
I'm telling you. Then when you see that face-to-face interaction, how uncomfortable these people be, yeah, this should be comedy gold. I'm telling you, stop playing with these fighters, bro. Everybody ain't millions of dollars in with like, you get what I'm saying?
You remember the dude
still at that point where they might go left on you. I'm telling you, stop playing with these fighters. And don't think they hands register too. I just want to clear that up. If there's anybody in here that still believe that, they hands register and they lethal weapons, that's false. They can fight just like everybody else.
Get your ass beat at the prelims before the fight even starts.
I better chill, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all for y'all old good. Just do try to tell y'all so y'all be trolling them fighters. Y'all gotta chill. Nah, real quick pit stop. My bad, y'all. Smash the like button. We gonna keep building. Abel Mendoza. See, I had a little interaction with him on IG. He was saying something about fighting somebody, and I'm like, nah, he ain't fighting none of them. He was like, well, who you want me to fight then? I'm like, oh, he talking to me. He tagged me and everything. I'm like, man, look, I respect the hustle, but can't just be calling like some of these top guys out. Like, I get it, I respect it, and maybe it's the opportunity and the payday. But when I looked on his resume, the reason I ain't just say that like on no hate and shit. I wasn't being irresponsible. I looked at the resume and I'm like, nah, you got too many. You fighting in the same area. You fighting a certain tier of fighter And these guys that you talking about fighting is just like light years above the. And when I say levels, I mean several levels above where you've been fighting at. And then we got a little glimpse of him in the TLC. And that's what happened.
Highlights few and far between for LA tonight, but Morales scored a knockdown right there here in round 22.
And he just did it by staying within himself, maintaining his posture, throwing 3 shots, and they all landed cleanly.
Well, it's a 10-point lead for Phoenix at the moment, but Morales flooring Mendoza with a huge knockdown. That stops the action, and it's a 3-point.
Well, first knockdown,
bad, bro.
Good straight left hand behind the end of a combo.
Bro got the picking up, and them knockdowns was bad. Like, I'm like, so that's what I was commenting to when I was saying, like, nah, he don't. Because I'm like, that record is fluff, no disrespect. I've seen it before. And I was talking to my bro about it, and shit, that got to be a little expensive for him to move that way. Like, because you got to be paying for opponents at that point, right? You're not you're not like no money making A side, right? But you probably consider the A side in these fights. And it's not what it sounds like, because he's not at the level. He's not a Tank Davis A side, so to speak, right? He's not that. So this dude probably, here go my guy. Y'all smash that like button too, man. So I just could only imagine, man, seeing him get put like that. And the dude fought, I think he like a 10-fight vet, something, maybe 8-2, something. He had a not nothing crazy with his record. I'm like, damn, you got
I just wanna add to the fact that doing that in the TCL may have saved his life, because in the TCL, 2 knockdowns is an automatic knockout for those who may or may not know.
Mm-hmm.
If you get knocked down twice, the fight is over, or the round is over, and you done. You know what I'm saying? Had he had that go on in a real fight, that may have damaged him or the rest of his career.
It's just like, it's crazy, right? When you said, I was like, damn, why would it be good for him? But right as I'm questioning, is coming to my mind that
because he wouldn't have got that kind of sympathy from no referee and no real fight. They would have let him got dragged out. You know what I'm saying? And that was probably what he probably needed or deserved. But being in the TCL, they got to take the proper precautions, especially after they didn't had a death or 2 in the league. So what I'm saying? 2 knockdowns, that's a wrap for you. So he actually dodged a bullet, considering it wasn't in his real pro career.
Yeah, true indeed. And kind of maybe a realization for him too. Reality check. Maybe several things need to take place, because you clearly operating at a certain level, and there's no slight, man. Anybody can get caught, but you need more work, man. And like, all you gotta do, if y'all want to understand where I'm coming from, just look at his resume and go look at the names that he fought, look where these fights are at, and you'll see the pattern. And you like, okay, I know it's going. I'm not knocking it, because I know that it ain't easy breaking into this boxing game, but I do know it was levels, and that 42-0 was very, very, very deceiving. Like, I've seen Hyman McGee. We all seen how he went. We like, man, we knew that was some fluff, right? But he dangerous guy. He ain't that. You get what I'm saying? Like, he getting there with a Canelo level guy, man. Whew, he ain't making it out of there on his feet. So it's a different ball game.
Yeah, but at least with Jaime though, towards the back half of that, it was like, the Reverend Chinko and John Ryder. You know what I mean? We had some notable guys on there. I do agree that his record was certainly inflated for sure. That goes without saying, but at least he had some of them on there. Yeah, you know what I mean?
He did.
I think he fought like Gabe Rosado, but Mendoza, I didn't see a soul I recognized on his.
Not one. Not one. And think about it, 42 of them joints, and you don't know not one. Ain't that, like, listen, I ain't saying I know all the fighters, but damn, for you to have 42 wins and we don't know not one of them, we got to know at least 1 or 2. We don't know nobody. I'm like, okay, they building them. Okay, I get it. Shout out to T Hill, man. Much love for the 10-piece.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
But if you scrap it, you're gonna be on that channel. I done seen plenty of cats transition from, like, I seen them on there. Then I see him on OTX or Red Owl. I'm like, shit, who the hell is this guy Mendoza fighting?
He needed that. He maybe he needed to be simmered down. Yeah, he was going back and forth with Kermel. I seen that. And look, I don't expect fighters to back down. You know what I'm saying? I don't, but I just respect real, man. And I don't give a fuck about that record. And you got to know better, man. Like, that's Rocky. That's Rocky in real life. Like, don't do that to yourself. Like, and then you're gonna talk like it ain't that. Like, it is that, bro. Like, that's that. And that's the dangerous part about, I guess, overfeeding somebody the same level of opposition. Yeah, you piling up wins and it might look good, but man, that step up is gonna be terrible. And like Mo said, bro, lucky for the damn PCL, man. Lucky. They might have threw you a bone.
They did. They definitely did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I really appreciate what the TCL does. Even when guys get knocked out, they got to sit out just like you would in you know, being suspended. You know what I'm saying? So they look out for the best interest of the fighter first. You know, they understand that it is entertainment and the public want to see blood and guts and all that other stuff. But, you know, the TCL is a great crutch for somebody like him. They got, you know, 42 wins and, you know, a whole bunch of nobodies to account for. You know what I'm saying? It's a good crutch because if you step outside of there, you're going to get drugged. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, you made a great point, man. Like, I couldn't imagine if that was a regular sanctioned bout. And
you know, Texas, we don't have in Texas, we don't have no standing 8 count. So, you know what I'm saying? Shit, do that out here. They gonna send you to the upper room.
what they say, to the gulag?
Yeah, send that man to the gulag.
To the death. send that man to the
abyss. In return. It's the point of no return, man.
Hey man, while I'm up here, man, I gotta plug my young homie, Tavon Alpo. If anybody looking for some new young fighters to check out, man, this kid Tavon Alpo, he's a special kid. Just wanted to throw that out there. Appreciate you and just for checking him out, man.
Man, for sure. Got to, man. We all about the sport, and we know that's what you represent through and through, man. So anytime you already know, I don't even question. I just go follow.
Yeah.
When it it'll put me on quite a few of these fighters that's making.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Minutes ago, man. You know, there's so many fighters I've seen on these cards on the zone. I'm like, damn, I've seen him on Behind the Hands TV from Ephraim Bowie to Andreas Kasarakis.
Yep.
What's my young guy's name? I like him too.
Troy Nash.
Breon
Gorham.
I like his style, man. He looks sharp.
Yeah, he's dangerous. You know, I mean, it's old now. I can talk about it, but man,
he looks sharp as hell too. I went to his IG page. I seen he over there training in Jay Prince's.
Hey man, I watched him, man, put in some rounds with Zay. I seen him work with Shakur. Man, that kid is special, bro. He's special. I seen him work with Manny. You know what I'm saying? You know, I seen him work with some guys. You know what I'm saying? He an extraordinarily talented kid that's eager to grow. You know, very humble too. You know what I'm saying? Normally, when guys got that kind of arsenal, they got the big head, but he not on that. You know what I'm saying? You know, along with all the other young up and coming dogs that I've seen around that gym. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. It's a lot of them. Yeah. But yeah, Breon Gorham though, man, he's special too, bro. I mean, it's old. I could speak on it. That man made me rethink Regis Prograde. He made me rethink him. You know what I'm saying? Where he is in his career. You know, this was before Devin Haney. Actually, the camp for Devin Haney. And I seen Breon in there working. I said, man, this kid here is different. You know.
Shout out to Rolling with the Punches. What's good with it, bro? My God, don't mess with Texas, right,
man?
Yeah, Breon is sharp, man. I like his style.
Yeah. At 140, for him to be a short 140, but you know what I'm saying? He's very powerful, you know what I'm saying? But he don't rely on just a one shot. He could take you out with one, but you know, he can box, you know what I'm saying? You know, once again, is another young man that spent a lot of time in the vicinity of Shakur Stevenson.
Seeing him though, he remind me kind of like stylistically, he kind of remind me of Boss Man, like Kenneth Sims, like somebody that's just like real
I can see
sound,
that. I
but
can
he
see
just
that.
look a little, he just look a little bit more explosive than Kenneth Sims. No disrespect to
Yeah,
Kenneth Sims.
that's a
You know,
fact.
his whole style is like trying not to rely on that power. You know what I'm saying? His style is more so, he got the ability, although he could get greedy and probably take you out, he's not. You know what I'm saying? I did the little interview with him and he said, he's like, I asked him, are you like becoming a knockout artist? He's like, man, what happens is I just follow the directions of the coach and it typically leads me there. You know what I'm saying? So, real disciplined kid.
I seen in this last fight. I was like, man, I was a little bit torn because I love the work that he was doing, but I felt like, damn, like if he really wanted to get to this guy, he could get to him. And then what's the other guy you put me on, the Giovanni Marquez? I felt like
Yeah,
it was the
Gio.
opposite with him. I felt like Gio was pressing a little bit too much when he didn't have to.
You know
It's like,
what?
yeah, Gio, just boxing dude.
But you know what though, Ant? That's the mixture of knowing that these are real people. And look at how the stage is set. Giovanni, I just had him for the interview prior to the fight happening, and I brought it to the table and asked him about Kurt Scooby and the call out and things of that nature. Then OTX decided to play messy and fly Kurt Scooby to sit ringside. So he got a lot going on in that arena. And then I don't know if they aired it on television or not, but him and Kurt Scooby had a scuffle in the ring, after Gio's fight. So, he had a lot of pressure in that room, you know what I'm saying? And then can't forget about the ultimate pressure of being the son of a Hall of Fame Olympian and former world champion in Rob Marquez. So, he got a lot of pressure and he's still a young guy trying to figure it out. But I think you were right, though. He be showing too much dog at times.
Bruh, first 2 rounds, he was boxing beautifully. He working behind the stick, kept the dude on the outside. And then it seemed like around like the 3rd round, the guy caught him with a clean shot. And it seemed like once he saw he could absorb that dude's power, like all respect for that man's power went out the window and it went straight to walk down mode. I was like, yeah, just keep working that jab, man. Soften this dude up, get him the hell up out of there if the opportunity presents itself. But once he got caught with that shot and seen that man couldn't do nothing with him, it was just straight walk down. It was just high guard, high guard, high guard. And I was like, man, he made that fight a little bit more difficult than it had to be.
I gotta commend him though. He's a special case that come from a line of fighters. Whether you say his older 2 brothers used to fight, Arturo Marquez and Raul Marquez Jr. His father used to fight. Then his grandfather was a hell of a coach as well. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of come from it. You know what I'm saying? Like he said in our sit down conversation that even when they just having dinner, it's just boxing. You know what I'm saying? They having a family gathering, it's boxing. He's just always been entrenched in it. So, I think for him being a dog is just natural, but he gonna have to find a way to kind of dial it back from time to time.
Preserve
I think
some
so.
of that.
Yeah, man.
Because his brothers are big dudes. All the Marquez boys was big dudes. You know what I'm saying? And they all come up with that raw, straight Mexican style that I'm gonna whoop your ass. So I know him being the youngest in charge right now. He probably teeter-totters on that edge of wanting to just be a dog and then show that he got boxing skills. Because it's a guy who worked with Marquise Taylor on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? But that you got to be a dog to fight him. So you know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. I think Just is spot on too, man. Like you gotta find a way to lean into it, tap into it when you need it.
Right.
But like just don't resort to it, because when I was watching that fight, like I said, the first 2 rounds, I was like, yeah, that's it. It's only a matter of time because the dude couldn't do nothing with him.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. Oh yeah, and Tavon is also coached by Coach Ron Sims as well. So that also adds a little bit to his flair. Yeah.
But you also made a great point too, behind the hands about the human aspect of it, because we see it all the time when guys getting like a boots versus Jaron was not working behind his jab. He wasn't listening to nothing Bozy was telling him. He was just trying to just get him up out of there.
Right.
Just winging shots. He wasn't really trying to cut the ring. He was just trying to kill that man. Trying to look impressive. But then again, that's a big ass stage to be on. So if there's a stage to impress on, that's it. You want a damn pay-per-view on the undercard. You want people like, hey man, we seen that one kid that was on the undercard. Who's that? So
You know,
yeah, man.
you're not in the arena, so I wouldn't expect you to know it or see it. But man, I guarantee you, in that arena or in that venue that Gio fights in, he's probably got 70% of the crowd came to see him. He got that kind of draw out here in Houston right now. You know, a lot of people are coming to check him out. You know what I'm saying? So he got a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? So to be a young kid and still trying to find yourself while in the midst of the expectation, it's a lot. So you know what I'm saying? You know, real sound guy. And now that it's over, you know, he was also, I've said it a few times in here, but you know, he was Jose Ramirez for Devin Haney in camp. A lot of people ain't know that, but you know, I'll drop that out there now that it's over. But you know, he's a real talented guy, man.
No, he is. He is. He is. I just feel like he just got to find that fine line. And you know, back to the pressure being in the arena. I seen it with Shushu when he fought that that kid from out there. I think the Philippines. I can't remember what his name was. He was a southpaw guy. It was on the Nova fought the undercard.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount of people that were in the Hulu theater to see Shushu, it was astounding. Listen, man, it was so many people out there from Brownsville. You had people walking around in New York City sweatsuits, top to bottom, and he was like third down on the card. He wasn't even the co-main, and people were in there deep.
Sound like Gio. He definitely wasn't the main or the co-main.
That was similar when he fought what's the dude name? I think dude named Brandon Chambers or something like that. Undefeated kid he was fighting, and dude brought some family out too. But definitely just seen the support Shushu had, and that was at the Prudential. I'm saying not too far from New York, but you know, you get it.
But still, man, shit, you gotta cross the dam, you gotta cross the water and everything to get out there.
And he showed out, boy. He beat the hell out of that dude. He ain't let him breathe either. You know how Shushu get to it. He got to it in that fight. I don't know if it's on YouTube or not. Y'all look it up though. I think his name was Brandon Chambers or something like that. He go back and look. Shout out to Creo, man. The Traveler, man. My guy, man. Just do boxing day, my guy. Appreciate you. Yeah, and why I be showing up, Dre Smith. What it do, Dre? Yeah, they be showing up. Be showing up, especially when you got substance behind it. You know, you really talented, man. And he do it the right way. Like you hear him speak, he speak the right way. It's not much you could, you know, not to like about him. You know what I'm saying? I just wonder when he'd go up though. I ain't forcing him up, but you know, I was listening to what I think it was Ray Ford saying about him. Said that boy's starving himself just to make 26 or something. Like, damn, is he? And start to look at him like, hold on, is any truth to it? I ain't knocking him, man. I want to see what he could do, man. You know, at the weight class he had before he moved up, realistically, but he a problem right now. We're winning the fights this weekend.
I know they both better win. I know that. they both better win.
I'm gonna tell you, Hope wins a fight this weekend. Khalil Cole. I'm gonna need my dog to get some retribution in that rematch.
I mean, shit, yeah. I want to see my Jersey Navy get it back. You look like he was a little distracted, man. You know what I'm saying? Know what was going on that last one, but bro was on his ass. It looked rough out there for him, but yeah, man. I respect the rematch. He getting right back in there. Right back in there. Shit, hell with it. Run it back. And that was a 9th round out of 10. There's a 9th round TKO too, man. Man,
we starting to see that a little bit more, man. People get stopped and they coming back.
My homegirl Ramla Ali. I love me some Ramla Ali. She got stopped by homegirl. What was that 2 years ago? Came back,
Yeah,
rematch, got the
she did.
decision.
Yeah.
Little dude down there.
You just seen it with Jaime.
Yep,
Yeah.
Jaime. He another one.
Yeah, a little distracted or something, 2 cents or something was, you know what I mean, little O'Shea on the mind, something, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I ain't want to say it, bro, but I was just like, man,
you know, I'm trying not to, but
I wouldn't be worth it. I wouldn't be worth a damn either. Fuck it.
Yeah, listen, me either, man. Like, come on, man. I seen Buddy fight, man. I'm looking at like, man, where the spring in this? I don't see you missing something, G. You've been playing around. Okay, I get it. That's why he like, nah, we gotta get that thing back. I'm just saying, man, they human, bro. I'm just saying, it just looked like you was having fun. You know what I'm saying? Manuel slipped up on you. You know what I mean? You know, you came correct. You gotta get it back, man. Somebody said they ain't surprised if he get knocked out again. Nah, man, I would, because I think he's gonna be better prepared. You know what I mean? You think we'll get that feel early in this fight? Got to be. I guarantee it won't be the same kind of performance, even if he don't win. But I think he can. I really do. I do. I got faith in it. We gotta make the corrections, man. This dude could be beat, man. Get your Ben Whitaker on, even though you actually got finished in that fight and Ben found a way about. But you know, the mission is the same: to win the rematch.
Ben definitely found the exit.
Ben got back. He said, "Man, I need to do over, bro. Run that thing back."
Yep.
Got there and kicked up on Buddy. I said, "That's how I want to see him fight every time out. Control the chaos, man. That is the showboating that you like to do. Still be you, because I really think that if that's who you are, I could appreciate it. I ain't asking you to be nothing. That's what you want to do. Just got to know what come with that, but." To see him do it in a more controlled manner, I'm like, that's what I need to see that. And now you showing people you got some substance, some pedigree behind you, because they was just thinking that he just a flashy guy. I think he can fight a bit. I think he got some hands. He working with Coach Rel. I expect him to look real sharp. You told who working with Coach Rel? Tio is happy Boots turned that fight down. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is, man. He could go to hell. He ain't want that work for real.
I think he knew Boots wasn't interested in that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm tired of his shit, bro. I really am. Idiot, man. Like, the way I look at it, pay attention to the opportunities that he say he want the most, and then look at what's really real for him, and see how much energy he put into the things that people say is real versus shit that he just want. Now, he got some like leeway with the Boots thing because it was real, but it just never was, right? It just was always a conversation, because I ain't never heard Boots say he was fighting. Never. It never changed. Nothing. No matter how much Eddie Hearn probably would want him to say, yeah, I'll take it. He never said it. Oh, Khalil Cole. Oh, bet. That's that Jersey link up, man. That's that Jersey link up. He the one that told y'all, man, Shakur IQ crazy. Coach Rel. I love hearing it from them coaches. The more people hate, that's why I be running them clips. They be mad as hell.
I ain't one of them coaches, but I've been watching it, and that shit is crazy.
I can't wait. We got a scalp on the way. I'm telling you. Shout out to Khalil Cole, man. We're going to get it back too, man. Gallegos, man, getting his ass beat. Going to get it back in blood. He might as well get his poo shiesty on, man. He might as well come out with the shiesty on. Matter of fact, I'm going to DM him. He might as well come out with the shiesty in the song. Don't even play. I ain't for nothing else. It just play back in blood. It just rock out. Shiesty on, you know what I'm saying? Let him know it's real, bro. You ain't about to play no games, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Let him know, man. You got revenge on the mind. Gotta get him. They say not the package deal. I said, you're the one. Beam me up to Captain Kirk. Oh, my bad. Shout out to Thomas Hill. Z. Yeah,
I'm starting to feel like Rodney Dangerfield up in this Mickey Freaky, baby boy. I've been back there for the longest, dog. Like, damn, what I done did this time?
Damn, my bad. Oh man, I forgot to scroll down to see. I couldn't see you. I couldn't scroll. All right,
Nah,
scroll
it's
down.
all good. It's all good. Hey, I wanted to say first and foremost, man, shout out my man, Mo City. Man, it's always putting us up on the good up and coming talent, man, and being strictly for the fighters, man. Also, I know you around the way from my man Charloville. I was hoping that boy stayed off the bottle, because if he off the bottle, he gonna be a beast in that ring, man.
He actually working with, and I've shared this with Just. He's actually working with probably one of the more respected coaches here. I'll give him that. You know what I'm saying? Big Said Williams, Highland Williams Senior. You know what I'm saying? He's a phenomenal coach.
Oh yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, phenomenal coach, and that's who I've seen him working with.
Oh, that's what's up.
And that's a no nonsense coach too. I got to throw that out there. He's not one of these. I'm not knocking this coach for doing it, but the way you see Derrick James with Ryan, and it's kind of like, come on, coach. You know, he a no nonsense guy. You know, kind of Ronnie Shields type of cat, where you're not gonna come in here, you ain't gonna BS. If you're not serious, get out. That's how Coach Said is.
Oh, for sure. And then one last thing, man. The masked assassin on the picture board, man. Yeah, the call outs, bro. Not too long ago, my man called out Tank. Then he called out Boots, and then he called out Crawford. Guess who we got in the ring with? Steve Claggett. Steve Claggett. All this was just so he would look good into the public's eyes. The visualization or the optics is optimal for us to really exacerbate whatever the hell he really got planned. But who he gets in the ring will be, hopefully it'll be Devin, because I'm with that. Because if Ryan and Devin are not pushing for the rematch, then I would love for that fight to be in the place. Instead, that would be a hell of a look for both of them.
That target date is funny. That August 16th date, because who else got an August 16th date? I wonder if this Turkey story's gonna start coming out. If he's trying to hate on the event. They say Tank and Roach is August 16th too.
Oh, that's even better. That's that two play, that Tuesday 2-play. But I mean, hey, either way, man, I'm all for that fight. If that fight is the fight that will replace the rematch, it's in both of their wheelhouse. It's not too risky, and it's definitely checking all the boxes as far as like fanfare and fandom. So if they can make that fight, that would be an excellent fight for both. That'll be a fight that's pretty dangerous for Dev, given the way he looked in the ring last time, looking like he was a little unsteady. But it's not something too dangerous where, hey, like, yo, this dude, he crazy for taking him.
Right.
And then it's the actual like history between them. And then it's Tio, man. Somebody that, hey, yo, you said you would spank on regularly. So now all that monkey business you've been talking, it's time to see if it really show itself in the ring. I'm with that fight. And anybody who is mad at that fight, I feel bad for them, man, because that's a hell of a fight. And it gives us a chance to see what both are made of.
I think the winner revives his career in a big way.
For sure.
Hey, boxing stars, you can't duck somebody that's not in the same weight class as you. You get what I'm saying? You gotta stop falling for the smoke and mirrors, bro. Pay attention that Tio has never made a fight with any of these fighters that he trolled, like called out the way he's going about it. It's never happened. Just look at who he actually fight. Thomas Hill came right up here. He was spot on. Look at who he called out versus who he actually fought. And he's doing the same thing. I'm glad that he let up off the Crawford shit. He had to leave that alone because it's clear what Crawford's doing, right? But he still brought his name up more recently, but he's just like he don't learn. Waited to him to get a big opportunity. The light shined on him. Now you want to fight him at 54. You're full of shit. And then you turn around now, his Boots come off his biggest win. Now, oh yeah, I want to fight Boots now. You just want to fight people that don't want to fight you. It's the same shit, and it's very weird because it's like I'm pretty sure Teofimo was a champion at 147 pounds. Boots obliged him, no, and that's what makes me wonder, right? He had an opportunity at Norman too. Think about it. You really want Boots?
He still got an opportunity at Norman.
Come on, man. Like, this dude is full of it, man.
If he wanted Boots, all he got to do is activate that WBO and go move up and fight. That'll keep Norman from going to Japan. But you know,
Just what's up?
Man, what's good, bro?
But he's simply not into it like that, man. He's just doing it for the clicks and clout, man.
Yeah, to be honest, the list that Devin put online, the two ones that are unrealistic to me are Boots and a little bit.
Nah, y'all gotta block nobody, but y'all, I don't like BS being typed though. You could think that if you want, but if you're telling me you could be ducked not being in the same weight class, man, you need to watch some more boxing, bro. You're just not making sense. Boots, the fact of the matter is, Boots got a plan, and that fool Teofimo ain't in it. Why y'all don't respect that? What is it about Teofimo Lopez that Boots would duck him? Think about that. Just think about what you're saying. Think about the success Steve Claggett had. Think about Sandor Martin, Jermaine Ortiz, Knocker Tommy, and just imagine Boots on the other end of that guy. Y'all gotta be real sick. Stop falling for that bullshit. I don't care what content creator is pushing it, bro. That's nasty work. First he ducked Virgil Ortiz. Now y'all gonna push that he ducking another guy that he's not in the same weight class with, a guy that's shown you in the past that he's full of shit. And that he goes the opposite of the Smokes when given an opportunity. With given 4 fighters, he chose a guy with the most amount of losses, and then was getting touched up in that fight. You get what I'm saying? You have to stop believing that shit. Why did we do this to these fighters, bro? He can duck Virgil Ortiz, not at 154. That shit just don't make sense. You can't force it to be that. They don't gotta go up there. Hey, this dude just came off a unification, and we about to frame him for ducking a small, it would be an undersized welterweight in Teofimo. What is it that Teofimo could do in the ring that Boots can't do? Think about that, man. What is it? What tools do Teo got that's gonna keep Boots honest? Man, that's punched out the ring somewhere. I'm not playing about
the athleticism. Maybe that's why they say that,
bro. He gonna go in there playing with Boots.
Boots is probably more athletic, bro. I'm not even about to do that.
Yeah. You know they
no. I'm not defending. I'm just maybe playing devil's advocate. Maybe the athleticism, but you're saying Boots is a lot more athletic than Teo.
I'm gonna say it almost 5'10", 5'11". Jaron Boots Ennis shows up in the ring as big as he is and moves the way he does. That's not gonna be in T.O.'s wheelhouse with that size. He not that. He can't do that.
I've always felt T.O. is around the same, like in terms of height, not weight, but height. I thought he's been around the same size as Boots. I thought T.O. was 5'10".
No way.
That nigga closer to Tank than Boots.
He's not tall as Devin Haney.
Yeah, he's closer to Tank than he is to Boots. Trust me on that.
I seen both of them dudes in person. No.
Oh, so you think Devin's closer in height?
Yeah.
And Ryan?
Ryan's closer.
Ryan's closer.
Teo like 5'8" or something like that, maybe. I don't think he's that
tall.
Ryan
is the most close to Boots, then Devin. And Teo is close to Tank, bro. He like 5'6", 5'7", bro. Ain't that
so
big.
he's Teo's closer to Pac-Man's height.
Yeah, now if you're talking about athleticism, as far as doing backflips, he might got Boots, but as far as in the ring, man, let them get in the ring. That's all I would hope. Just let them get in the ring.
When it comes to Devin specifically, I like his confidence in putting on that list that he posted, that he put Connor and was it Connor and Boots, Connor, Ben, and Boots on that list?
I think it was. I think it was both of them.
Yeah,
but that list was
his confidence. But if he goes into that fight, I think he gets seriously hurt against both of them because Connor's power is like nuts.
He gotta land it though, and I don't know about his power being nuts since he done jumped off.
No,
the
my
juice.
mistake. Boots' power.
Shout out to my brother D1, man. Shout out to D1 in the cash chat, man.
I like the confidence, but that's a
and
mistake.
we ain't never got a box again. Whoa. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Yeah, Boots. He looks 168 or something like that.
Yeah, man, Boots will hurt that man. I get it. Listen, I don't block people because they not like I'm not tripping that they advocate for Teofimo. Sometimes it just help the conversation because I try to check and see if you really a real boxing supporter, if you really want to have a conversation, or if you just want to be weird. After a while, just ignore it. You ain't got to block, just ignore him unless he start getting weird. But y'all keep bringing up Karen as one person. T.O. has some issues with Nakatani, Sandor Martin, Jermaine Ortiz.
I don't want to hear nothing about Boots ducking no T.O., man.
Don't
That's
tell me
crazy.
nobody that lost to George Kambosos is about to do anything to Boots. And yeah, I'm saying that and I'm stuck on it. He's gonna have to show me. I'm not a believer.
That's the bottom line for that eyes right there.
Let's say Ryan and Devin have the rematch and it ends the same way with Ryan winning the fight.
40 pounders. You seeing Boots take shots from guys way bigger than him. He gonna walk through his little ass and beat him up. That's what I think. I don't think he'll be able to bluff his way out of a fight with Boots. I think he'll get hurt.
If Stanion is laying that same punch on T.O., it doesn't look good, bro.
Right.
If Ryan and Devin fight and the fight ends the same way with Ryan winning the fight that same way, I'm not saying to completely ignore the steroids, but if Ryan dominates the fight, like wins the fight like he did the last time, taking away the steroids thing, do you guys think it's just Ryan's a bad matchup for Devin?
Some guys have your number. I mean, that could be a possibility. Some guys have your number. Vernon Forrest comes to mind immediately. Sometimes you just can't beat a guy. But you know, I don't know. The way he looked in his last fight, I feel like that was the best time for Devin to fight him.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Luke. Appreciate you. Right. You're right. T.O. is just not a tall guy. You're right. Because even standing next to Crawford, I think Crawford is listed at like 5'8", and he looked a little shorter than Crawford. So
yeah, he looked around the same height. Honestly, when I look at T.O.,
I think that'll hurt him in the fight with Boots. Like, you think about it. Barboza, I remember they mentioning how heavy he was for the fight and how they dealt with him. That was a guy that wasn't pulling the trigger and wasn't going for it. Boots is ass kicking is like, that's what he do. He not gonna get in there and be gun shy. He not gonna get in there and not go for it. It's not gonna be no half-ditch effort. You gonna get your ass kicked playing with him. Like,
by the third round, Boots is looking for the home run.
Cool conversation. If you think T.O. got better footwork, I think I don't think that's gonna be enough.
I think it's a little bit suspect saying T.O. has better footwork than Boots. I'm a T.O. fan, and I don't think that.
If he did have better footwork, the Jermaine Ortiz fight looks different.
Don Juan Marco.
If I'm defending the race, so I mean, you know what we talking about. You know what I mean, it's not about defending; it's about knowing your boxing, bro. And you talking about y'all not paying attention. You falling for the banana in the tailpipe. You showing me that you're a super fan of T.O. or something because you really think that he make his own fights, and this shit just not gonna happen, bro. You clearly you don't see the patterns. You're calling out guys after their biggest opportunity. One about to get his biggest opportunity. One coming off the biggest fight. Guys in the heavier weight classes not thinking about you, and that's who you want to fight. It's never the guys that's on the table. It's always who's not there for you. In this case, you got a little bit of out with the Boots, but it's bullshit because he's been very clear about not wanting to fight you. Why keep calling him? Why don't you call out Devin Haney? Devin Haney is just tag Turki Alashikh some more about fighting you for the shit that you're saying. You call Turki a dictator. There you go. Fight Devin Haney. You got history there. That's reasonable. Boots gonna beat his ass. And I swear, if I could convince Boots to do it, I would tell him to, because I let all of y'all super fans of him see just how he gets smashed out. That undersized guy, he ain't gonna be able to do shit with Boots. He's not gonna dance his way to 12-round decision. That shit ain't happening. He ain't no damn Barboza. Like, he gonna be that size, possibly bigger. He gonna be beating on T.O. It's gonna be too small. I'm telling you. He came in there 146 pounds against Barboza, and he thought that was a flex. Now imagine him taking that shit in there with Boots Ennis, or come in there heavy.
Or even Stanion.
I don't see no wins for T.O. Nobody that let Kambosos beat him is beating Boots to me. Nobody that
make it make sense. Make it make sense though, just. Just make it make sense, bro. Your very first fight at welterweight, you gonna fight the unified champ? Come on, man, stop.
That's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask you guys. I was going to ask you: is he even? Does he even hold a belt that Boots hold where he could even jump the line?
No. We made that point. He got Brian Norman's belt at the lower weight class. If he really wanted that smoke with Boots, he'd have moved up, beat Brian Norman, and made that the fight. Because if you got the title, Boots wants to fight. Period.
Exactly. Go beat the guy that Boots was about to get in the ring with. Go beat him and make a even establish, just beat somebody at 47 and prove that you serious about campaigning there instead of just trying to pick your fights. Y'all, the same people that think he was so sold on fighting Boots, you really thought he wanted to fight Crawford too at 54. You really thought that. Y'all really think he got a shot. The same ones that think he got a shot with Boots think he got a shot with Crawford. Both of them kicks his ass. He know it. He don't really want to fight them now. He need to be answering the call with Devin Haney. But do he really want fights? Because he just called Turki a dictator. Called him Turki Alashikh, openly, publicly disrespecting the man. Do he really want fights if he's burning the bridge? Person that will be putting on the fight? Make it make sense. Dude's a stone cold idiot. I don't even see how y'all can come in here with that kind of confidence for this man. He ain't never moved this way. Actually, he has. He'll call the name, but don't fight the guy.
There you go. Steve Claggett.
Elvis Rodriguez, Kenneth Sims. You get what I'm saying? Raymond Moratai. He chose a 7-loss Steve Claggett. Come on, man. Knock that shit off.
Hey, Bob Arum put him out there for saying he offered him the Subaru Matias fight and he turned it down on pay-per-view. On pay-per-view, and he turned it down.
You get me?
The same person that's been complaining about not being paid, Bob offers you what easily is going to be your highest payday against Subaru, and he turned it down. A guy in your division. You won't even mention Gary Russell's name. So, and you gonna try to convince me that Boots is running? Stop.
And they just asked him, would you fight Conor Ben at 47? He said, well, I'm still at 140. Kill that shit, man. You telling me he got picks now? So he more confident in there with Boots than he is Conor Ben? Nah, the reality is he ain't trying to get in there with no 47 pounders. He's gonna be at 140. What he always bragging about? I got the Ring magazine. I got the lineal, 2-time lineal. He ain't ready to get that shit up. He ain't ready to give it up. Don't be fooled by some fool, man. He's a fool. The same guy that could be putting on the Boots fight or the Devin Haney fight. Look what he just called him. And you think the man is supposed to want to do business with him? Like he for no reason at all. He just wake up and let me disrespect the man for no reason. See what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's one thing for sure, two things for certain. He like getting in his own way. I tell you that. And I'm surprised.
Hey, just to me, I feel there's a crossover with the delusional Teo fans with like the guys who defend Canelo's BS, like the Canelo DRs, the guys who dick ride Canelo and stuff like that.
I don't think there's a real thing called Teo fans. I think they're detractors for the person he's talking to more than they're Teo fans.
Ooh, I like that.
Because if that was true, if it was true, Teo would not be fighting in the damn theater. Teo wouldn't be complaining about money. Teo would have already fought on pay-per-view. But instead he doesn't. I don't think he got a lot of fans.
Black fighters he'd be actually trying to fight him. Instead of calling them monkeys. Come on, man. Make it make sense. Y'all the same ones that think he want to fight Boots because he could say it is the same ones that thought he wanted to fight Crawford and then when he was talking about monkeys and bananas, right? This dude is full of shit. He's doing the stuff that will get you ran down on and punched in your mouth for real. That ain't no fight. Nobody want to fight you after playing them kind of games. Like, bro, and I'm telling you, Boots probably like, man, I am not joining in on that circus. He's not about to like drag me and I'm focused. That dude is bad business. The energy he brings, it's a waste of time. He gonna kick his ass, and the whole world gonna say, "Boots, you supposed to do it. You a weight bully. Why don't you go up there and fight Virgil?" I'm telling you, how many of y'all up here disagree? I'm telling you, they be talking like
I'm a Teo fan. I can hear it in my head.
That was spot on, Just.
I'm with my dog Mo City, man. If you really want that smoke for real, pursue it through the WBO route because that's the only plausible route I can see. Because I don't see either one of their teams willing to put up the type of money like that. Because as the brother just alluded to, the man is out there fighting in goddamn 3,000 seat arenas, but not even arenas. out there in Miami with Steve Claggett.
He's fighting in convention centers.
Come on, bro. I fight in convention centers. That ain't saying nothing.
And you ain't even really a draw like that to justify it monetarily. So the only thing that you could possibly bring to the table is a strap. So fight Brian Norman Jr. if you think you could beat him and try to alleviate him of his title, and then go up, and then boom, you got a fight right there.
But see, Ant, though, the problem is that route is unfollowable. It works. We've seen it work. He's used it before. It's funny how he used the WBO to move up to 40, but he won't use it to move to 47. That's how you know the truth about what he on and his intentions.
I told y'all, man, stop falling for it, man. It ain't about protecting fighters. I just don't believe in narratives and that duck word. How are we about to frame the guy that you know is having trouble getting fights? He's looked at as the boogeyman. Let's call that shit what it is. And he's highly picked to win out the division if he could get the damn fights. So again, I think it's a lot to consider when you're thinking about a guy like T. Is he serious? What is he on? Is it worth even doing business with him and his dad? Like, it's a lot, man, bro. That's not even Boots ain't got to entertain that shit. But I wish part of me wish he would, just so he could prove to y'all that he don't really want that fight.
And just to me,
happen if he took it because he get hurt. I'm telling you.
And to me, I don't think T.O. beats Rolly after what Rolly did to Ryan. In my honest opinion.
Big Rolo, Pooh, appreciate you, man. Shout out to Pooh in the cash app. Appreciate the love, homie.
And Thomas, I rewatching that Ryan versus Rolly fight. Do you think?
Me too, bro. They don't know what a duck is. I'm telling you, I'm glad that I know people like Behind the Hands TV. I'm glad that I've been able to have conversations with people that's in the know that, you know, has been a part of fights, making fights, putting fights together. And you just know that shit don't come up like that. The duck. Like nobody, that's for fans. I'm starting to understand. That's for the fans. That
duck term is a narrative for fans.
I haven't, since I've been watching this, since I've been calling boxing on this channel, I'm telling you, the only definitive duck, and I still hate it because it ain't a matter of being scared. It's just business. And I think that man protecting his business is Canelo with the benefit. And then there's some discrepancies there if you really get
in boxing. There's no such thing as ducks, but non-ticket sellers.
Outside of that, everybody that they've said is ducking, like ain't none of it been proven. None of it. The fighters that y'all are saying are ducking other guys, the fighters can't say they're being ducked by them guys. Teofimo can't come out today and say he being ducked by Boots. He know he full of shit. That's fake, man. That's for people that don't know better. I'm telling you. That's for people that like
there's
don't understand how boxing go. Nobody ducks, man.
And just to me, there's no such thing as ducks, but there's such thing as a non-ticket seller. Guys who aren't able to sell out arenas. There's a difference.
He fits the bill. He's not a big ticket seller, and I'm not big on that conversation because I don't want to try to undermine, you know, what he's capable of doing. But again, the venues that he fight in it speak for itself. The fact that he complains about the lack of funds or the lack of big paydays and stuff like that, and then you get an opportunity to fight a Subriel Matias on pay-per-view for the most money, and you piss on that. Now you decide to be a businessman. Get the hell out of here. It's smoke and mirrors. He's a very talented guy, and he's able to fool some of the people because he actually has substance with his as a fighter. He ain't just smoke and mirrors, right? But these moves are. So he kind of, you know, he blurring the lines with people that just can't see shit for what it is. He's accomplished some things, so that make you think he with all the smoke. Bullshit. He not, bro. He got opportunities to show you that, and he take the lesser route. He picking the path for the least resistance, bro. Y'all don't even understand.
Yeah,
I don't even get it. Right, he doing it in real time.
Back to Ryan real quick. When it comes to that Rolly fight, and Thomas, when you saw Rolly boxing, did it feel weird seeing him being boxing like that? Because Rolly is not really known to be a boxer.
He been trying to be a boxer ever since Tank stopped him.
Yeah, true. And he was allowed to be one because he was in there with somebody that wasn't offering nearly enough resistance. And from what we understand now, Ryan right hand could have been compromised because got some type of surgery getting on it that it's gonna be like what they say 6 weeks or whatever to heal up. So I don't know. I remember L-Dub did ask, you know, you think it could have been something with the right hand. I remember he asked that way before the report came out, and I was like, I didn't know. But I do think that's why he pulled out of the exhibition that he was gonna have a while back too. Thinking that injury happened. So he could have went in this a little compromised, but I just don't think his heart was in it too. Could have been a compromised right hand, but shit, that you a left hook specialist, and where was that at? So he just wasn't mentally there. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
got neutralized.
Ryan has the same issue that Teo has. They show up for
Tony. Another thing you might be seeing is Ishmael Salas, bro. Like maybe you seen him been up, you know, work with him for a couple camps now. Maybe you seen the benefit of that, and that with having the right dance partner in front of you, somebody that you was familiar with, that you know.
Yeah, no, and with Broly, this is what I'm saying. I think Broly beats Teo. Honestly, I don't think Teo, after what I saw against Ryan, I think Broly
no evidence
goes in and does what he did to Ryan to Teo, in my honest opinion.
I've been having trolls for a minute. Sometimes they create just do bias channels. I've seen that. I got some of them on the block list. They do it all, bro. It's always gonna be people like that. I just think it'd be kids trolling. They don't really know boxing like that. They just know how to listen to their favorite creator push a duck narrative. And I'm telling you, it should be alarming and concerning to everybody that pushes that shit. That ever since it's been being said, since a lot of these guys have channels, you can't, none of these cases are being proven that these guys are ducking. You get what I'm saying?
I think these fans don't understand the business of boxing, like you said, Just.
Let's start talking like we got sense, bro. Like it get to the point where the fans be telling fighters to take less than what they feel like they worth, or less than they know they worth, just to make a fight. And if you ain't willing to do that, then
Jess, a lot of times, and a lot of people don't know this as casual fans. A guy like Boots signs with a guy like Eddie. It's not just freestyle and wake up. Who calling us out today? That's not how it go. You know, these guys create a plan, they create a budget, and they start determining how they're gonna get from A to B to C, and the contractual relationship that they have. They do that off the ripper. See, what fans do is they hear a guy say a guy's name and want him to deviate from whatever they've sat down and done to go, all right, I'll fight him because he said I should fight him, as opposed to all the business that they've prepped in the beginning of their relationship. You know, a lot of people don't see that. You know, when guys re-up with a company, they're not just saying, all right, I'm here, all right, whatever. You know, no. They sit down, make a plan, and they try to go with it and try to deviate as less as possible from that plan.
And that's the fact, and that's real game right there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that actually got boots to the grind, about to tell his business, but y'all need to pay attention, man.
When it comes
to
Boots,
pushing this duck shit, so is Teo now ducking Devin Haney because he being actively called out time and time again, and he ain't answering the bell?
That's a duck right there. That's a duck.
So is he ducking Devin Haney? You see how corny that shit is? I won't push that on that end either. I don't think that's the case. Even though I don't feel like he want no smoke, but I don't think it's a duck by y'all standards. You know what I'm saying? You know, according to y'all, it would be though. You get what I'm saying? So keep the same energy, okay? Let me humor y'all for a second. If Boots is ducking, then he ducking Devin Haney, a guy that ain't even looking all the way like himself. So who really ducking? You get what I'm saying?
Nobody's ducking. It's just
in this situation. You know what I'm saying? The guy that is not looking like himself shouldn't be calling for the smoke over a Teofimo that just dominated Barboza, but he is. And why he ain't answer the bell? And he can stand and make good money over there too. I'm hearing it's a bag out there for them, man. But you never know if Teo ruined it or not. Ace, what it do, homie? Shout out to the Queen of Rain. How you feeling?
Is Conor Benn and Boots' plan at 147?
I don't think Conor Benn will be in Eddie Hearn's plans at 47 for Boots.
Nope. That's why I think Conor.
I think Eddie Hearn has been, an advocate for Conor Benn. He's not going to put him in front of a freight train at his Boots. He's not about to do that. And then make him drop all that weight from which he just once was. And we all saw him not knock nothing out at 54 without the juice. You're not about to tell me you're going to stick that guy at 47 with no juice against Boots. Not happening.
Not happening. That's why he keep throwing that 54 option out there to Boots. Well, you know, Boots is 54 because he'd clear the path wide open for his guy.
You're gonna see Eddie maneuver Boots around Conor Ben just because it's good for his business.
Yeah. So is that ducking? See how stupid
no, it's maneuvering.
Like everybody's
smart business.
ducking, man. That shit is stupid, man. That's surface level conversation. I'm telling you, man. Y'all gotta step y'all game.
If I was to ask Conor Ben would he fight Boots, he'd probably say yes, and I probably believe him. But the problem is the people who control the destiny of his career do not want that to happen, and that's obvious.
Yeah. That's why that fight ain't being talked about at all. You don't hear Eddie Hearn discussing that at all, man. You know what I mean?
Or the Virgil fight either.
Y'all being fooled by a guy that's never made the fights that he's called out. Ever. Never. Show me a time and I'll believe this shit. Show me.
And is it the same thing with the Virgil fight?
That he really gonna fight.
For Boots?
Mr. Do I still got it? Man.
No, it's not. It's not the same. It's not the same as Virgil. Virgil signed a golden boy.
Ring, man. Little ass Cambosis will get. He won't make it out the ring with a damn Boots Ennis, man. He beat Teo when he was undefeated. Are y'all serious? Teo good, but bro, he ain't that. I don't want to call him special. I don't think he on that level. I don't think he no generational talent because I think he had to be to beat Boots. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. So I don't see it.
So Mo, why don't you think that's the same?
Teo ass. What y'all talking about?
Why don't you think the Virgil and Boots thing is because
he's not at 47 and he doesn't have a title.
Yeah.
Period. That's the only reason why I think Boots ain't fighting him. If the dude was at 47 with a title, ironic, some years ago, we heard the man's camp tell him we need 48 months to fight Boots. You mean to tell me now Boots is supposed to be scared of him now? Oh, come on, man.
See how I'm not saying and this is not nothing we making up. This was a known statement that they clearly put out. I even made a video on this a while back where you listen to what Robert Garcia was saying. He damn near admitted that in the fight, he felt like Virgil had to come from behind. Boots would have to kill him. And, you know, Virgil's the kind of guy, he could be down, you know. I forget how many rounds he said, X amount of rounds, and he'll just If Boots pile up them rounds, that's your ass. So you could try to think you're going to just fight back and you can fight. You're going to have to, well, you might have to go because Boots going to give you everything you're looking for. Them dudes needed how much time? 3 to 4 years to fight this man? Miss me with that shit.
They literally said 48 months. Literally.
Yeah, that shit is wild. Wild, man. That shit is wild. Now he's scared all of a sudden. Y'all gotta make it make sense.
I'm not saying Boots is scared. I'm just asking.
Not you. Nah, I'm just seeing some of the sillies in the chat. They having fun, they trolling today. We at the end of the stream. It's all love, man. I don't care. Y'all know I keep the ass straight.
So for Virgil, who do you guys think he fights at 140 at 154?
They ain't believe that shit when they was in the same weight class, bro. They ain't believe they would stop him. That's the thing. Y'all would say that, but why wasn't they talking like that at 47? Why did they need 36 or 48 months? How many?
48 months.
So that's 2 years, right?
You get me? Why they needed 48?
No, there's only 12 months in a year. They said 48 months. That's 4 years.
He said Boots got hurt by Karen. Why y'all keep talking about Karen? Teo got beat by George Cambosis. All right.
Yeah, there's a difference about getting hurt by Karen and getting beat by Cambosis.
Man, he'll punch little ass Teo out the ring, bro. Y'all are comical. Y'all gotta be like teenagers or something, though. Gotta be teenagers.
I want to see Boots. I want to see Virgil versus is it Jamal or Jamal? That's in the at 154.
54. It was Jamel that was at 54.
I want to see Jamel versus Virgil.
It's a good fight.
Yeah, it is. It really is, bro. Yeah, man. Big Supreme, shout out to you, man. He said Teo was trash. I'm talking about Virgil. Virgil, I guess he didn't hear us when it was in the same weight class. Anybody that need 4 years, bro, I don't want to hear that shit ever in life. For the rest of your career, you are not allowed to speak that man is ducking you ever in life.
And
Yo,
the
listen,
narrative that was
Virgil's
Oscar
best
telling him
shot
that,
would be to
do you
knock
guys
Boots
believe that
out.
shit?
He's not more creative. He's not more versatile. He don't got more tools. He's not more athletic. He just really strong. He's a good fighter. Don't get me wrong, but I think Boots' ceiling is higher than Virgil's. I do. That's why
there's a limit.
they
You think there's a limit
with
with
the fight
Virgil?
at 54 because they felt like Virgil had an ups because he got a few fights up there. But when they was in the same division, they needed 48 months. Y'all really psych yourselves out as boxing fans. Like, you got to be silly to believe some of the shit y'all believe, man.
So you think Virgil has a limit?
I hope Virgil ass still there because I'm telling you, anybody that's getting touched up and dropped and beat up the way he was getting beat, who was it? Boychuk was putting hands on Buddy, man. He got to get saved, man. That shit ain't happen with Boots, bro. I'm telling you, they different fighters, man. Virgil a dog, but his problem is he throw everything hard, and Boots gonna be in there mixing.
So Virgil, you think Virgil? There's a limit with Virgil's potential. You think
there's a limit to fighting like that?
Yeah, that fighting style don't
last long. And eventually, when it goes bad, it goes real bad. I'm telling you.
Right.
That defensively irresponsible, I'm gonna have to throw punches at you. That ends badly.
When it comes to Virgil, the comparison I've always had for him, he reminds me a little bit of
man. Boots just fought in damn unification, bro. Boots just fought in unification. You tell me what unification Virgil fought in. Tell me. Shut your ass up, man. Shut up. Let me remind you. Terrence Crawford did that shit first, bro. We ain't trying to hear none of that shit.
Yeah.
You're not trying to hear none of that shit, Sharif. All right.
The way he fights, Virgil reminds me of Marcos Maidana, kind of.
He beat Madrimov. That was way better than anything. But you gotta be a teenager, bro. Like, who thinks like that? What? They're not in the same weight class, bro. Like, what we doing? Like, so that's a good win, no doubt. But I'm telling you, Boots would have did it better, man. That's all I'm saying. Boots would have did it better, man.
So Mo, do you agree with my comparison for Virgil in terms of the way he fights Maidana, kind of?
No. Maidana got a Argentinian style where it's just it's awkward. It's very awkward. And somebody like Floyd even had a few obstacles in his road fighting him. I don't think at 47 Floyd even has the better eye what Virgil talking about. It's a different kind of style.
What in terms of how he fights? I say Maidana, but I see what you're saying. The awkward style is not there. Like, when you look at Virgil, fighting style wise, what fighter do you guys see in him in terms of how he fights?
Me personally, I would say orthodox Errol Spence. Like, Virgil is just very fundamentally sound.
Talk about it,
jab. He keep his hands up.
Hey, to add to your point, this man idolized Earl. They both from right up the street from each other. He idolized him. He even tried to fight like him at one point.
Virgil's from San Antonio, right?
No, from near Dallas.
Who am I thinking that's from San Antonio? I think I'm thinking
better win than
unless I'm thinking of Bam.
And I highlighted to you that the significance of Boots' fight was much different. That was a unification. You didn't hear me say Stan Jonas was better than Madrimov. That's a stupid ass argument, man. Like, you gotta be a kid. I'm only entertaining you because it's at the end of this stream, bro. It's all good. But
I want to see Madrimov versus
you just saying anything.
Stan Jonas.
Be a kid, bro. Gotta be. Bless you, bro. Keep watching boxing, man. Stick around, man. You might learn some shit, man.
I want to see Madrimov fight wait, is Madrimov in the same division as Boots and Stanios?
Nah. Madrimov
he's at 54.
Yeah, 54 Boots.
But I can't even say that Madrimov is a better winner.
He'll beat both of them.
If we just talk, because they first off, they fight. They fight two different styles. That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
They fight two different styles. One guy is come forward. Madrimov was a whole lot of feints, and then the other question you got to ask. I think Madrimov is a solid fighter, but the guy won his belt, then was alleviated of his shit on like his first defense. Like he just got it off of Curbino. So outside of him, like who did he really fight? And I think he's a good fighter. I think he's a good fighter, highly decorated amateur, and all that good stuff. But
background asked Virgil was the problem. Yeah, nah. Hey, yo, I swear, bro. Y'all be trying hard. They be trying their hardest to start an argument. Yo, I want to say this. Y'all already know how I give it up. Over here, have your opinion. Just don't try to force your opinion as a fact. It's the only way I'm going to put up resistance. Like, you could think whatever you want over here. You could think T.O. beats Boots. You could think Boots is ducking T.O. You can have that opinion, but you know, if you keep force feeding it, I'm gonna have to like make it make sense, bro. Like, yo, boxing don't work like how y'all think, man. Dude, the people, I'm telling you, I'm starting to think that grown men that push the narrative that another man is ducking another man, like you got chased home in school and you were scared of people. Like you the type of person that'll call somebody younger than you a big homie, like you one of them people. They do this shit. They've been doing it, a lot of them, since they was kids. You telling them they get an opportunity to make some money, some good money, and fight and get recognized for being top tier at their talent, and they don't want to do it because of what? Because some fan at home just can't make it make sense, or you don't understand the business and how it goes. So you like, yeah, he's got to be ducking him. Yeah, he's scared. You notice how I asked you if you feel like Boots is doing some ducking, is T.O. ducking Devin because he won't respond and say hell yeah to the fight? He been called out 2 times now, separate time, recent men, back-to-backs. He getting tagged, they getting tagged. He called him T-Ho, called him a racist. Is he ignoring the smoke with Devin Haney? That's a broken shot fighter. Let me find out T.O. is ducking smoke with Devin. You see how stupid that shit sound? Even though he is kind of like he had knocking on your door at this point, and you over here keep talking about Boots, but whatever. Whatever. I heard that y'all agreed verbally for a fight at 145, a catch weight of 145. So, you know,
Virgil admitted he's never going back. Like he's way too comfortable at 154. And
who?
Virgil.
He
Virgil
probably
said
can't. He probably can't legally go back. He almost died trying to make 47, bro. He shouldn't even be anywhere close to it.
Yeah, at all, ever again in his career.
And I think he's already saying he's struggling. Even though he's comfortable, he's already a lot of people around him saying he's even struggling making 54, which is kind of weird. He just got into.
Know. I mean, think about it though. These dudes are always growing. They athletes, and they be shrinking themselves down to make certain weights for years. So when you start letting your body flex a little bit, you probably grow. It's just natural, right? So if he's,
you think he's a 168 fighter, Virgil?
Yeah, if he's struggling at 54, go to 60. Virgil can fight, man. He's very determined. He fight hard as hell, but that style is I don't see him fighting for years on that, like real long. Like I don't see that.
You don't think that's a flame out type of style that only lasts 5 years?
He get hit. He take punishment. Like I ain't gonna say he be in there getting punished, but he just got a very aggressive kind of, you know.
I want to see Virgil versus Seabass.
Sebastian Vendora. I mean, look, any of them fights are good, bro. Any of them fights are good. Virgil wasn't trying to fight Bakram. He want action. Bro said, "What's up?" He calling everybody out too. He ain't beat. That's why I say, bro, it's just foolish to keep pushing duck narratives, man. We got to do better as a boxing community. The more we educate ourselves, the less flim flam they could pull on us. I'm trying to tell you something. Telling you that should get pushed way too much, yo, and it be the biggest content creators. Y'all bogus, man. Stop doing that shit. Y'all know ain't nobody scared. Y'all should know. Y'all know better than the people y'all lying to that it ain't that. Y'all really be convincing yourselves that dudes is running around here scared to make money. That shit just, I'm never gonna believe that, bro. I'm sorry. That Mike Tyson era is over. That shit is over. That shit ain't
it wasn't even that then, man. You go back and you look in the history books and you see how many of these situations didn't take place because of money. I was just talking to Up about that earlier, about Riddick Bowe. Like Riddick Bowe didn't throw the belt in the trash because he was scared to fight Lennox Lewis.
But
it was because Lennox Lewis's previous fight did horribly commercially. So it was like, what the hell am I fighting you for if I'm gonna be getting paid peanuts? and I can go fight somewhere else without the title and make way more money.
That shit be about money, man. People ain't that legacy shit. I hate to break it to y'all, man. Y'all on y'all own with that. These dudes got to pick that legacy shit y'all talking about versus that bag, man. What you think they going for?
I'm surprised Riddick at that time didn't try to go after Evander.
Y'all, it's like y'all forget that, and then we criticize them for when they try to get the money. It's crazy. Y'all, you gotta pay attention, man. We be talking about how big these fights is, how dangerous these fights are, how good this guy is, and then as soon as the other guy on the other side talking about getting paid accordingly, we like, you pricing yourself out. Like, make this shit make sense. You know what I'm saying? These dudes ain't getting in there to just fight for people's entertainment alone. I'm sorry, that's just not enough. That money got to be right. They know what challenges, what risks they taking getting in the boxing ring, period, let alone with another top guy. And they want to get compensated. And that's how I see it, bro.
Yeah, that's where I don't get the notion that
this, I don't train, I don't box. I promise you, I'll fight one of these dudes for the check they get. I'm telling you I would. So I know somebody that's training to do this shit day in and day out don't got no problems getting in there if they getting paid accordingly.
You know what, bro?
Pass will get in there for the bag that they making. Any of them dudes on the way was the Fatal Fury, the Times Square shit. Any of them purses, I'll fight for any of them shits. Take a pick, throw a dart, and land on something. And that's what
I'm fighting. This is where I don't get the notion from these older school boxing fans saying that this generation cares more about money than previous generations like a Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, Mike Tyson.
I think
it's more publicized.
Yeah, exactly.
More publicized. The reality of it is it ain't changed. And here's an ugly truth. I'm around hundreds of fighters, man. And it's astounding to find out when I talk to them that all of them don't give a shit about boxing. It's something that they do good that they trying to get some money for. That's a lot of them. Rarely do I hear a guy who talks to me. Rarely do I hear a guy tell me, "Oh yeah, man, I have dreams of being the WBC champion," and that's where it stops. No, a lot of these dudes know they got hands and they'll mix somebody up for the bread. Let's go get the money. That's the majority of them. A lot of people don't know that.
I think this is in general with sport athletes in this generation. It's not for the love of the sport anymore. It's more about the money.
They always cared about that bread. It's always about that. They're prize fighters. Don't ever forget that. Before legacy and any of that shit, if they ain't getting paid, they ain't getting in there. You get what I'm saying? They not getting in there. Their money ain't like they ain't getting in there.
It's not just this generation, Tony, man. It's not just this generation. Go do your homework on, I don't know, Sugar Ray Robinson. The man would literally have a fight, take his wife on vacation to Paris, meet somebody that's willing to fight, and then go fight right there because they got the money. It's always been about the money. Always.
Telling you, bro.
No, but like you said, it's more publicized now.
Money is the driving force, especially with boxing. And the way, and these dudes know it's out there for the taking. They know it's money to be made. And like bro said, man, these dudes know they got hands and they with it. They good at it and they trying to see how much money they could run up. Like it's people that think about life after boxing. We be sitting here arguing about legacy without ever having a conversation with these fighters. We be sold that we know what they in it for. How could you be sure?
I just left that fight card Saturday. It's a B-side guy that I know. Y'all can look him up. Michael Lamel. This dude is like 3-19 or something crazy like that. And this year alone, I've seen him fight 3 times. This year alone. But every time he step in that ring, he making thousands of dollars on a B-side of some low budget card. It's for the money even on that side of the table. It's all these guys are trying to get to the bag. The guy's literally 3-19 or something crazy like that. Michael Lamel, if anybody want to look it up.
That sounds like the British guy. I can't remember who fought him. That was like
I'm not talking about the British guy. I'm talking about the dude up the street that I see all the time in the boxing ring that literally is in the ring all the time. He not gonna win. 3-19 or whatever he is. All bro do is go get the bag and go home. That's all they own.
Yeah, no, it's like in general. I think what I'm saying, like the mentality of athletes today in general it's not for the love of the game or the love of, like you said, the sport.
Boxing is not a game, bro. It is not a game.
Smoke and mirrors, man. I hate to say it. Yeah, they love the game, but let them find out that they ain't getting paid or the money ain't right, and see if they go out there and do it. The average fighter, especially
like the club fighter, basically,
you no longer fighting for free, and then and now I done earned it. You trying to tell me I can't get paid? See how many fights they have then. I'm telling you, we gotta stop being fooled. I know we want to believe that, but that shit is a rare occasion, man. I really do. I'm telling you, ain't nobody.
I haven't watched boxing long enough to be jaded as you guys. I still have faith that some of these guys do it for the love of the sport.
Nah, don't get it wrong. It's love there, but don't forget what the driving force is. It's that bag, man. You get me? You get that bag that they can make. Because if they can't, then what's the incentive of getting punched in the face just so somebody could tell you how great you was while you broke? And especially with that being publicized, how many people end up like mentally not good and then financially not right. And then you telling a young fighter that know a little bit not to go in here and get the bag. Why? Why should they? You get what I'm saying? So it's just a balance, man. It's like, to a degree, you'll feel like the legacy thing come with some money, right? To a degree. So, I mean, I think it's all about making the best decisions for you each and every time you step in the ring, man. I think that's what every fighter and every team should do.
Yeah, no, and I feel that some of these fighters, I've said this multiple times, some of these fighters, since they get taken advantage of by these promoters because they don't really have a good education in terms of finances, and they basically get their money screwed up because they don't know how to deal with finances correctly because they didn't go to college or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I like that one of the guys was talking about teaching financial literacy to his fighters and shit like that. I think that could be something important. That could help fighters go a long way, especially you getting them right for the start of their careers when they young, fresh, so they don't get
these promoters taking advantage of these guys so young.
I mean, shit, it don't even be that. You just got grimy, messed up people. For example, I don't got all the details, but we got enough to know that this Keyshawn Davis and Edwin De Los Santos fight didn't almost happen because, his team his peoples was about to short him some money. You get what I'm saying? And it was a big
Keyshawn or Edwin.
Money. So it was thousands of dollars. So you got to think sometimes people just do bad business too, and they try to take advantage. And
Judge, you really lowballing it. Judge, it wasn't thousands; it was hundreds of thousands of dollars.
About $200,000.
$200,000. Come on, bro. We got to fight after that, bro. You tried to rob me.
Yeah, 225 is crazy. Yeah, and then they got that situated, and then what looked like the fight was on. Dude, and see, that's a prime example. The money wasn't right, and he wasn't about to do it. And as soon as that money, like, yes, let's go. No hesitation. Dudes come from shit. You telling them they about to make some hundreds of thousands to fight somebody, some shit that they grew up doing, and they about to be scared because of what? Somebody in the chat don't know better? Come on, man.
The media's protecting Boots really simplified.
You better be willing to fight. I'll take a fight knowing I ain't got a shot at winning for the bag they be getting. I'm telling you I would. I'm telling you, hey, man, I look at that as that's an investment. Sacrifice that and I'll go ahead and take that. Go out there and take that L real quick.
What media is protecting Boots? I don't know where you're seeing this.
You seeing the influencers do it. You seeing people that don't got a lick of experience trying to get in there and fight. You seeing dudes have whole careers doing, playing other sports, football, basketball, and then they jumping into that boxing ring getting cooked. Shit, but they'll do it for the bag, for some money. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So you got people that ain't been doing this shit all their life. They ain't got the training, don't got the skill, the pedigree, and all that shit. And they getting in there doing it because it's money attached to it. Get what I'm saying? People want money, bro. And if you telling me I can get a bag doing something I feel like I'm relatively comfortable doing, I'm gonna go get it. And attention too. That's the most powerful drug. That's more powerful than money sometimes. Ramon, what's good with it, homie? Attention. You play this one time, folks in the chat. Oh yeah, for sure. I got you. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all smash that like button as we wrap up, man. Another dope build.
Where does this notion that Boots is getting protected by the media come from too.
Yeah, they be tripping, bro. They be tripping. Hold on, I got you, man. Let me get this up because I might actually play the joint on here for y'all. Yeah, man. Boots don't need no protection, man. That's a cool dude, man. You know, he got flaws just like any other fighter, but it's gonna take a hell of a guy and a hell of a performance to beat him. You know what I'm saying? He says the title true. Come on, Ramon. You know. Yeah, far you talking about Teo and Devin? Yeah, they verbally agreed. Nothing signed though, and the targeted date was August 16, 8/16. So yeah, but again, I don't have all the answers right because since then you've seen Teo come out and kind of kick the nest. So that is Turki Alashikh, and I could only imagine how that's gonna go for him. But we never know. Maybe he feel like Devin gonna get the win for him. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful now. You fighting on this card, end up fighting over there. Really don't get a fair shake. I mean, he's just asking to be screwed over, really. And I ain't no advocate for it, but he's just asking for like bad karma. That's what I believe in. That energy he put out just is unnecessary, man. Just I ain't trying to say shut up and fight, but be smart. If you're gonna talk, if you decide to speak, be smart. And Teo really don't use it. And then justify it. That's what he do. Seem like that's what he do. That's what his dad do. Just
So Just and Mo, do you guys believe in the narrative that some of these promoters are overpaying some of these fighters where they're like they haven't earned the right to get the amount of money? Like certain fighters like haven't proved yet that they deserve like getting a purse of $3 million or $2 million. That they're getting overpaid by.
I don't look at it conceptually as what they deserve because what fighter ain't working out, killing himself to get in the ring? They all doing pretty much the same thing. Now, if you're talking about do they not have the accolades or have they not made that kind of money before, that's a different conversation. So for me, if I'm a fighter or if I know a fighter and he could finesse his way to get 2, 3, 4 M's when he normally get 500,000, I'm not gonna say he's overpaid. I'm gonna say he won in business. I don't look at the record labels and be like, man, this is crazy. You know, these rappers, you know, they only getting paid so much, man. I guess that's just what they got to do, man. I don't know if it's right. I mean, it's business. It's business at that point.
Yeah, if
a fighter can get over on a major company or promoter and make the money, he won. He won, but now he has to do the work in the ring. Yeah. If he don't do the work in the ring, that's on him.
That's where this question is coming from the perspective of them not building up to that payday.
Look, bro. If I pay you $5 million and you go in there and shit a goose egg, I'm not gonna pay you $5 million no more. Simple as that.
But it seems like some of these promoters don't care about that. Like,
but name the guy that just keeps getting the big paydays and he ain't doing nothing in the ring. Name that guy.
Yeah, I get what you're asking, Tony, but I think people been overblowing the opportunities that Turki been giving people. Like they've been trying to make this case that he's just overpaying everybody and he's ruining the sport. Those are people that just paranoid and they want to push that he ain't good for the sport, so they're gonna overanalyze everything he do. And bro just asked a great question. Name the person that's just constantly just getting paid after pay after. You get what I'm saying? Undeservingly. Like
not everybody does.
Yeah, you might see some one-off situations, but like he said, also it's business, and that's what people are acting like it's not. So there's always that. But shout out to Ant McQueen. He sent this, man.
You're obviously training very hard for this thing. Do you still feel hungry as a fighter? You still want things to prove?
Well, I don't feel like I have to prove anything to anybody. I just like to have a lot of money and a lot of investing. You know, that help pays the rent.
People say you're a pretty rich fella now.
Well, I'm not pretty rich, but I can pay the rent every week. You know what I mean? And otherwise, I can get the nice things in life that I like to have and make my family comfortable. So, you know, I don't see nothing wrong with that. But a man never get too much money.
So what I'm supposed to say? They overpaid him? Nah.
You want that money on, man. I told y'all Bill and Teofimo was chilling together. Yeah, man. Nah, I don't think they playing us. I don't think they got no real issues. I think it's just entertainment. Right? What real issues could they have? They ain't draw no blood from each other. They ain't cost each other no money.
They sitting up there trolling. Bill could stun on Teo Senior because he too friendly to do anything about it. He just mostly all talk, more gas than anything. You know what I mean? He just full of gas. He just be talking. You know, but nah, I don't think it's no beef. It shouldn't be. They should be to, you know, troll each other, clown each other. But I think what's real is the fight offer, right? Just throwing that fight out there like, yo, what's up? Y'all talking about all this other stuff. What's up with this fight? So, you know, never forget that it's entertainment. And I said this before when people was trying to push that Benavidez and Caleb Plant hated each other so bad. And, you know, I was like, bro, watch they embrace when this fight is over. What did you see? Man, what do you see when they see each other? More embracing. Like, man, it's just business at the end of the day. People feel how they feel at the time and they go about their day. Like, you know what I mean? This ain't no beat because this ain't the streets. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of these people be having other things stemming that, you know, be going on behind the scenes. But for the most part, this should just be
you saying it just right, bro. I mean, just look at Caleb Plant and Canelo's interaction during the presser for the Berlanga fight. Just look at it. It's the same man that slapped him, and he said, "No, I get him for you, Caleb." It ain't beef.
You get me? Like, come on, man. Like, nah, that shit ain't that. It don't be that. Like, it's competitive. These dudes is men. They competing within the same sport, and they, you know, they gonna challenge each other. They gonna compete. So that's what you're gonna see. You're gonna see people talking shit. You're gonna see back and forth. I just don't know what they supposed to do. Not talk shit to each other at all, because they, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I enjoy it. So, man, just let it be, man. Shout out to everybody, man. But another dope bill in the book. Y'all smash that like button. We're gonna see what turns out of all of this, man. Is Devin gonna get his guy? You know what I mean? Because we know Teo ain't getting his way. I mean, let's see if when trolling Turkey go wrong, you know what I'm saying? Let's see how that work out for Teo, or if he still find himself in position to get these fights. We're gonna see. We will find out. Real Reggie belt. Yeah, I never understood that either. The Reggie belt. They call the belt the Reggie belt just to take credit from the fighter. Shout out to the Queen. Appreciate you as always. Rocking out. Shout out to everybody that rocked out.
They don't call it the Reggie belt to take credit from the fighter, bro. Because what happened was they created a super belt on top of that. You know what I'm saying? And them. I hate to, you know, I know you're trying to get up out of here, but I gotta put it out there. Lennox Lewis was trying to be undisputed. But he had the quote unquote Reggie belt because that was the belt. That belt said that he had to keep fighting mandatories and all kind of stuff. Right. So what they did was create a super belt that he didn't have to worry about that. This belt just says I'm looking to unify. And then the regular belt became the other belt. That's the term Reggie belt. That's where it come from. Not trying to just knock a guy for having it. Nah. It's just it is what it is. It's the regular version of a super belt.
Yeah, but see, these fools, when they say Reggie belt, they call
I'm already knowing.
And so they use it to try to take credit. Oh, it's not the real belt, but it's the one that they'll make you fight for. So I don't understand how it's not real if they'll make you fight for it. This shit is mind blowing to me. I hate it. I hate the Reggie belt thing. I hate it. I real bad because it's always been BS to me. It just always sounded crazy. But shout out to the family, man. I appreciate everybody. You know, shout out to the bros coming up to bring up the property value. NABO's the Reggie belt because not you, Big Supreme. I don't think you, not you. I think you was talking about something else. But usually when people be like, "Oh, he had the Reggie belt," and they it's like it's in an effort to downplay it. That's not a compliment. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a way to knock them. Like, oh, that he don't have a real title, and then it gets stupid. It's a dumb argument. It's always been one. You know what I mean? Anything that they're gonna make you fight to keep is worth it. I'm sorry, it's just that simple. It's like life. Anything worth, you know, fighting for. You know what I mean? Reggie belts are not the real champions. See that's the thing. Yeah, that I ain't willing to go down that hole. Yeah, I can have it, man. Yeah, I got it. He said, Reggie belt, not the real champions. Point blank, there is only one true champion per federation. Federation? What?
Yeah, but he said the federation. That's what he called it.
What he called it? A federation, bro? Damn.
I'm gonna school you. It's a sanctioned body, dog.
You can't unify with a Reggie belt. So
Now go get your little ass.
let me ask you this: the belt that Tank has, they've been calling it the Reggie belt for the longest. You telling me if he and one of the other champions were to fight, that wouldn't be a unification? What we talking about? You see?
Nah, it don't make no sense.
Nah, it's not the same thing. I mean, I want to.
Nah, it's different.
You know, that that's definitely not the same thing. It's not. But I got you. I got you. Players mess up. All right, player. I got you. It's all good. All good. But look, man, over here we just give credit where it's due, man. You know, we don't find reasons to take it. You know, that's just it. That's all. Shonda. Hello. Austin Travers Canelo was the unification of a regular title. Shout out to my homie Big Supreme. Austin Trout almost kicked that ass too. That knockdown separated, man. Shout out to Austin Trout, man. That's still kicking ass to this day. You know what I mean? But again, man, much love to everybody, man. Another dope build, man. Shout out to everybody in the super chat, Cash App. Appreciate the support. We gonna keep building. Y'all know how we do. We're gonna be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. to build some more. Shout out to the homie Pound for Pound behind the hands TV. My dog Ant McQueen.
You already.
Thomas Hill, the game. Appreciate y'all, brothers, man.
All right, dog.
Always, man. Taking out unified with Devin with his Reggie belt when Devin was a super. See, yeah. But you notice how you didn't answer what I said to you. You notice how you still trying to make your own point. I just asked a simple question: if Tank fight any of the other champions, no pick, just any other champion at 35. With the belt that he currently holds, would that be considered a unification? It's that simple. And the answer to it is yes. I already know the answer to it. So that's what I'm getting at. So you could try to break down the rules all you want. But the fact of the matter is, if he got in the ring with any of these other champions, it would be considered a unification. They wouldn't tell you, oh, that's not a unification. That's bullshit. And I don't know where you're getting no from, but Good luck with that, bro. Good luck with that. You can have that one. But shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. But again, much love, man. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate the love, man. And we'll be back tomorrow, man. Y'all already know. Peace to the fam. And we out of here.
Yo. You know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes. Got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it. This channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word him up. Yeah. You know what time it is. .4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.